When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Falkers Brothers Garage is a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center located in Hartington. Our experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems on all makes and models of domestic and import vehicles. Stop in or give us a call at 402-254-6406 to let us know how we can help you.
Stop in at Broadway Lanes after the game in downtown Hartington. Bring the whole family in and enjoy a game of bowling and some great food. Good luck to all area teams from Broadway Lanes.
The Hartington Shopper, covering northeast Nebraska for over 55 years, from Yankton to Laurel and from Osmond to Newcastle. The Hartington Shopper has you covered every week to every household. Good luck to all area teams.
At Cedar County Veterinary Services in Hartington, we care for creatures great and small. We offer comprehensive care for livestock and companion animals. Our goal with every visit is to provide an experience that focuses on accurate diagnostics, compassionate treatment of animals, and client education. With our highly skilled Cedar County Veterinary Services staff, we are here to give you a happy and healthy animal.
CL Electric of Coleridge carries a full line of Ranke pivot parts on hand and ready to tune up your pivot wheel gearboxes, tower boxes, timers, contactors, end gun stars, and switches. CL Electric is an electrical contractor licensed in both Nebraska and South Dakota. Call 402-283-4220.
Burnell's Food Town is your locally owned associated wholesale grocery store. From fresh meat and produce, bakery services, grocery, and more, we are here for you. Good luck to the Cedar Catholic Trojans and the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats from Burnell's Food Town.
Rosenberg Implement is your John Deere farm equipment headquarters, servicing your growing needs with locations in Hartington, Bloomfield, and Wayne, Nebraska, in Winter, Phillip, and Pierre, South Dakota.
Cedar Security Bank is your hometown friendly bank with locations in Fordyce, Wynot, and Hartington. We strive to meet all your financial needs. After all, security is our middle name. And for all your insurance needs, contact Bonnie at Cedar Security Insurance for a free quote. Good luck to all local teams.
Call Don Miller Land Company today for any of your real estate needs. We specialize in the selling of land, business, residential, and rental homes. Call Don Miller Land at 402-254-6897. We don't just list, we sell.
Nothing slows you down more than computer problems. Get up to speed again by taking your computer to Hartelco Computers in Hartington. Our team is here to repair, clean, and troubleshoot all of your favorite brands of PCs. Our customer service beats the big box stores hands down, and you'll leave knowing your computer is running efficiently and effectively. We are also a Dell dealer that passes the wholesale savings on to you. So bring your PC to Hartelco Computers at 103 West Center Street in Hartington, or give us a call today at 402-254-3901.
The Dirt Man of Hartington, Bob Hymas, offers excavating, trenching, dozer, and skid loader work. As a licensed electrician, Bob can also help with all of your demolition and site prep when cleaning off any site. The Dirt Man of Hartington has rig, will dig. Good luck to all teams.
When you want new carpet, think soft. Just imagine the softest things in your life. Your fluffiest house slippers that tickle your toes. That tender teddy bear that snuggles in bed. Now, Shaw Floors has brought all the softness you love to your carpet. New Caress by Shaw Floors. Caress Carpet by Shaw Floors is an amazing combination of softness and durability. You've got to see it and touch it to believe it. Find Caress by Shaw Floors at Faye's Furniture and Floor Covering, downtown Hartington, or call 402-254-6347.
Kaiser Egg and Irrigation is your local Zematic dealer. Call us today for all of your pivot servicing, parts, and purchasing. 402-254-9557.
At Family First Dental, your family comes first. They are your source for complete dental care in Northeast Nebraska. Dr. Jim Bernecker and his team at the Hartington office are pleased to announce they offer digital impressions, which means no more goop, no gags, and no words. They also offer Invisalign, a clear removal alternative to metal braces. At Family First Dental, you can get the smile you've always wanted. Give them a call today to schedule your next appointment. 402-254-3960.
Give the guys at Hartington Feed and Chick a call for a competitive grain bid, or to contract your corn for later delivery, or for all of your livestock feeding needs. Hartington Feed and Chick has been the leader in animal nutrition since 1955. Just call 402-254-7449.
For the right products and expert advice to get your projects done right, come to Cruzy True Value. In every department, you'll find terrific items that will help make each job go a little more smoothly. If you need tools for those once-in-a-while projects or equipment for a once-in-a-lifetime event, rent it at Cruzy True Value. Start right. Start here.
Heine Electric services and is a dealer for both Valley Irrigation and Sukup Grain Systems. In addition to the equipment lines, we drill wells, install pumps, perform crane work, and provide trucking and earth moving services. Located in Hartington and Vermilion, South Dakota, give us a call today at 402-254-2568.
Stop down or call Floral Designs to let your favorite student or athlete know that you are thinking of them on game day with a delivery to school. Your local small-town florist provides the surrounding areas with custom design work, fresh flowers, balloons, candy, gifts, home decor, and more. Floral Designs, located on Broadway Avenue in Hartington. Surprise your loved ones with something special today. Call 402-254-3943.
Plumbing and Electric Services of Hartington specializes in field tile and irrigation pipe installation, but can handle any plumbing or electrical job that you might have. We have experience in new home and remodel builds, trenching of water and electrical lines, and all your dirt work and excavating needs. Call Plumbing and Electric Service today at 402-254-6895.
Reps is Hartington's only 24-hour fitness center, and they challenge you to get fit. Stop by and check out the fitness equipment and our complete array of weight machines. Reps offers daily group fitness classes. Call 402-254-2474 or 402-920-1026, or visit us at www.repsfitness.com.
For over 30 years, Hartington Tree is your one-source tree service and tree health care provider, servicing Northeast Nebraska and beyond. We are committed to tree preservation, offering expert tree pruning services, comprehensive plant health care programs, and our specialists at hazardous tree removal, utilizing the latest and best equipment. Contact us today for an estimate.
Take your bank with you wherever you go with mobile banking from Security Bank. Mobile banking offers you the ultimate in on-demand service, allowing access to your account information right from your mobile phone. Pay your bills, pay back a friend, and now even deposit a check, all with just a tap of a finger. Now that's my kind of bank. Check us out online at mysecbank.com. Security Bank, member FDIC.
When it comes to all of your tax planning, tax preparation, bookkeeping, and payroll needs, Milbrass Seiler Bookkeeping and Tax Service has been the place to go. They've been providing high-quality, professional tax and bookkeeping services to the surrounding area for over 30 years. In addition to these services, Milbrass Seiler also offers an array of financial services. Stop in today at 106 West Main in Hartington to see what Milbrass Seiler has to offer.
If you're thinking of buying or selling, Jane Seiler, Realtor with Don Peterson and Associates, welcomes you to come visit with her. Jane is here to help with the whole process to get you into that dream property. You'll find Jane in the Don Peterson and Associates office, downtown Hartington.
And girls golf team and the Spirit Squad. Tonight we would like to honor the parents of these Hartington-Newcastle students for all they have done. Please give them a round of applause as they are announced and walk in front of the field. We will first introduce the football team and then dismiss those players and parents, and then we will go to girls golf and the cheerleaders. Shay Morton, son of assistant coach Rob and Sherry Morton. Tegan Scoggin, son of Stephanie Benstead and Gabe Scoggin. Reese Morton, son of Jason and Jill Morton. Toby Heitman, son of Dennis Heitman. Zachary Burcham, son of David and June Burcham and Linda Burcham. Logan McNeil, son of Robert and Jennifer Duchesne. Carson Jones, son of Jeff and Heather Jones. Jake Fites, son of Jim and Lori Fites. Turner and Dylan Deniger, son of Jason and Kristen Deniger. Sam Harms, son of Tim and Deborah Harms. Carson Sudbeck, son of Sue Sudbeck and Russ Sudbeck. Carson and Parker Hoppy, sons of Josh and Paula Hoppy. Lane Hymas, son of Bill and Darla Hymas. Absent tonight, Jude Cry, son of Chris and Wendy Cry. Bennett Sievers, son of Lisa Scoville and Rob Sievers. Eden Gratzfeld, son of Ryan and Stephanie Gratzfeld. Matthew Meisenheimer, son of Rebecca and the late David Meisenheimer, and grandson of Carl Harms. Mason McIntosh, son of Miranda Deo. Mason Bushkamp, son of Tony and Brenda Bushkamp. Parker Steffen, son of Louis and Sonia Steffen.
Way to go, Ben!
Camden Hazing, son of Tony Hazing and Holly Hazing. Shay Dickus, son of Justin and Amy Dickus. Seth Shecker, son of Jason and Natalie Shecker. Daniel Steffen, son of Brian and Rose Steffen. Cole Stephenson, son of Tony and Sue Weepin. Student manager Dayton Sudbeck, son of Janice Sudbeck and Matt Sudbeck. Student managers Blake and Eli Benson, sons of assistant coach Bo and Jen Benson. Student manager Riley Sudbeck, son of Doug and Rochelle Sudbeck. Head coach of the Wildcats, Corey Oldrick. Assistant coach Levi Hilker and assistant coach Tony Stopper. Thank you, football parents and players. At this time, Coach Aldrich will have a special presentation for the senior football parents.
Your Wi-Fi router is the quarterback of your home's internet connection. It should easily pass your internet signal to all the wireless devices in your home. However, with age, sometimes routers can start to fumble a little and have trouble completing passes to the different services in your home field. Let Hartelco step in with an official review to see if your wireless router is doing its job. If you believe your router is slacking, bring in your old router to Hartelco and you can get $10 off a new one.
The girls golfer and the cheerleader. Participated on the Cedar Catholic girls golf team, the ladies Sudbeck, daughter of Denise Sudbeck and Matt Sudbeck. And now for the Spirit Squad, Freedom and Aiden Rogers, children of Corey and Tricia Rogers. Carrie Hazing, daughter of Holly Hazing and Eric and Tony Hazing and Crystal. Caitlin Lewis, daughter of Catherine Churchwell. Callie Breen and Nancy Hayward, daughters of Kathy Breen and granddaughters of Lauren Sherman. Anna Schmidt, daughter of Angie and Mike Schmidt. Riley Krause, daughter of Rick and Julie Krause. Shelby Underwood, daughter of Bob and Carol Hamilton. Teresa Montemayor, daughter of Esther and Ivan Montemayor. Erica Vargas, daughter of Esmeralda Vargas. Zoe Patak, daughter of Brian and Christina Patak. Jessica Dowling, daughter of Dean and Brenda Dowling. Logan Castillo, son of Micred Castillo and Ana Jimenez. Bella Hewlett, daughter of Tiffany and Jay Peterson and Bob Hewlett. Ruby Olson, daughter of Jeff and Sheila Olson. And the cheerleading sponsor is Lori Pikes. Thank you to the Spirit Squad and the girls golfers, and let's wish Delaney good luck next week with the State Golf League in North Platte. Thank you, parents, whose dedication to your children is second to none. Without your efforts, their participation in these activities would not be possible, and neither would their success in school. These kids represent the best of this Hartington-Newcastle. From the faculty, administration, and students at H&S, thank you for all you do. We truly appreciate it. Enjoy the game.
Sudbeck Contracting specialties include new residential and commercial construction, kitchen and bathroom remodeling, and additions and upgrades. Sudbeck Contracting is bonded, insured, and registered contractor in Nebraska and South Dakota. Call 402-841-7441 to get started.
The cold and flu season is just around the corner. Stephen Drug has all your over-the-counter cold and flu remedies in stock, and they also fill your prescriptions in a convenient, friendly fashion. Stop by Stephen Drug, your full-service pharmacy at 214 North Broadway in Hartington.
Call Northeast Grinding for custom hay and high-moisture corn grinding. We have multiple grapple grinding units and an array of screen sizes with economical rates. Give Patrick a call for all your grinding needs at 402-640-6160.
This is Glenn with Top Crop. Everything we do, we believe in revealing nature's beauty by bringing a seed's potential to life. We believe you can grow more. The way we help you achieve this is by being committed to product placement expertise with season-long service and a passion for what we do. From Golden Harvest corn and soybeans to CRP, small grains, and cover crops, we have the seeds. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter or stop by and check us out. With Top Crop, from handshake to harvest, you grow more.
Good evening. Hartelco Sports welcomes you to the Hartington Community Complex in Russ Hochstein Field for tonight's district football game between the Wynot Blue Devils and the hometown Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats. Tonight's ball game features the Devils that come in at 2-3. The Wildcats dropped a tough one in overtime last week to the Allen Eagles, but the Wildcats come in at 3-2. Mason Miller, Corey Pearson on the camera. My name's Ken Knife, and we'll be bringing you the action tonight. And Mason, we bring a game together that features two teams that know each other pretty well off the field.
Yeah,
and these are two schools that will get after each other.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's even with Wynot having a rougher season, trying to figure out who they are is what it kind of seems like. They've had a lot of guys playing multiple positions. I mean, you can always count on a rivalry game to bring out the best in both teams.
Right, you bring up a good point in that they've early in the season they predominantly started at quarterback. Anthony Haberman, number 21, who's a tremendous runner, had struggled a little bit throwing the ball, and they've moved quite a bit to Peyton Weisler, who throws the ball a little better. Peyton's a bigger quarterback, can hurt you on the ground, but it gives a defense a lot to prepare for when you've got the multiple
looks, absolutely. And I mean, Haberman's just been, I think, that guy that they've relied on to kind of do everything for them. We've seen him in the receiving end of it with 20 receptions this season so far for 222 yards. averaging 11 yards a catch. And then in the run game as well, 74 carries for 356 yards. It's a 4.8 yards per carry average, and he's got 2 touchdowns there as well.
They'll bring Owen Sidbeck, their running back, also has numbers very, very similar to Haberman's. Sidbeck's carried the ball 359 yards on 55 carries. He scored 5 touchdowns, and again, as we alluded to, through the air, they're going to be led by Peyton Weisler, a 185-pound junior. Peyton has thrown for 455 yards. He's thrown 6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. The Wildcats will be led offensively. We've alluded to it several times by quarterback Shea Morton, who kind of ties things together. Tremendous dual-threat quarterback. On the ground, primarily it's going to be Shea Morton and then Kobe Heitman, who's a big play waiting to happen. Then, like you and I talked a lot about in the receiving game, Shea's got a choice of 6'3" Jake Pites, who's a very good athlete, as well as Sam Harms at 6'7". So it's a game that it's going to feature some contrasting offensive styles, but it's going to be an interesting matchup. Wynot will come in and play hard.
Absolutely. And like we have mentioned before, Shea Morton, so far this season, he's got 11 touchdowns to 1 interception. They've relied heavy on the pass game to get their run game going, as you would typically expect from a spread offense. Last week against Allen, they had a rough time getting that passing game going because it was wet and cold. Tonight, cold again, but we don't have to deal with the rain. So hopefully they can get that passing game going early.
Exactly. Starters tonight for the Wildcats will be number 2, Shea Morton, a 160-pound senior. He'll be joined again in the backfield by Kobe Heitman, who is a 180-pound junior. But before we do that, we're going to have the national anthem played. Okay, welcome back to the Russ Hochstein Field, the Hartington Community Complex. We're just moments away from kickoffs. As we alluded to, the starting lineups tonight for the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats will be Shea Morton at quarterback, Kobe Heitman at running back, Carson Sidbeck, a 180-pound sophomore, also at running back. The three interior linemen will be Tegan Scoggin, Dylan Deniger, and Matthew Meisenheimer. The two ends will be Sam Harms and Jake Tights. Starting for the Wynot Blue Devils tonight will be Hunter Hymas, Owen Sidbeck, Tristan Hymas, Peyton Weisler, Anthony Haberman, Cody Osbar, Mitchell Lisey, and Garrett Lang. And one of the things, Mason, in looking at Wynot that could be a factor tonight is they're primarily going to play about 9 players. The depth tonight for the Wildcats is the depth factor is definitely in the Wildcats' favor.
Absolutely. That's a thing that Wynot's been having to deal with all season long, is just not a whole lot of guys to rotate out and make sure guys are getting enough rest and all that. So, I mean, if you were playing 11-man ball and it was a different kind of game, it's like where you don't have guys playing both sides of the ball, you have a chance maybe just to, get our offense out there longer, give the defense a break, but can't really do that in 8-man. So they've been forced to have to, play more minutes than other teams have all season long. With that, the opening kickoff will be a touchback. Hartington will taking over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The win tonight, primarily out of the West, could be a factor in the passing game.
Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see what the Wildcats do here on their first drive out, if they're going to challenge Wynot in the pass game right away. And there's a whistle on the play.
Tonight's game, it's hard to believe this is the last home game for the Wildcats. It's hard to believe we're at this point in the season. There's 2 regular season games left, but this is the last regular season home game for the Wildcats and for these seniors.
Shea Morton in shotgun. Receivers on both sides. Receiver from the right motions. That's Sudbeck. Morton will keep. Looking for room to the right. He's got some space down the sideline. He's past midfield. And they will call him out of bounds. That was, I believe, number 6, Owen Sudbeck of Wynot, forcing Morton out of bounds. I'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 36-yard line.
Again, Shea Morton has been just such a tremendous dual threat quarterback. Throws it very well, runs it very well, has real command of this offense.
Absolutely. He'll be in shotgun again. Receiver motioning from the right. He'll fake the handoff and pitch it to Heitman, who goes up the middle. He'll fight for a gain of about 2 yards on that play, bring up about 2nd and 8.
They bring Sidbeck in motion from right to left. They fake the handoff to him, then give a little shuttle pass to Kobe Heitman going back to the right. Those quarterbacks, we're talking about Shea, those quarterbacks, and you were one who, when you started 2.5, 3 years, there's just a different way they command the offense.
Oh, yeah. Once you settle in, get comfortable, it's, you've been doing it for a couple of years. And
there's really no looks that probably Shea has not seen
Absolutely.
From a defense.
This time it'll be a jet sweep to Heitman to the left. He'll cut up middle looking for some room. He'll fight for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards on that play, bring up 3rd and about 4.
I have to believe, even though they're just over midfield, this is already 4-down territory for the Wildcats if they don't pick it up.
Absolutely. When we talk about Shea at quarterback and how he has got such a strong command of this offense, but you talked about the rest of the team. He's got great targets at receiver, both ends over 6 foot tall, both quick. Kobe Heitman, who just had the carry there. This time a handoff to Sudbeck up the middle. He'll bounce out to the right, looking for room. Flag on the play.
Nice run by Carson Sudbeck, though. Initially he's at the middle and it was jammed up in the middle, and he bounced it outside. He's a young man that's a sophomore, kind of just has that feel for.
Oh, it'll be exciting to see him over the next couple of years for sure.
We'll see what the flag is. It was a nice gain by the Wildcats. right now you don't see really either team tipping off what's going to be called here.
And it looks at holding against the Wildcats and a face mask against Wynot. So I believe those penalties will offset.
They'll offset and we'll play third down all over again.
Third down and 4 at the 37-yard line.
All right, so here we go again. Third down and 4 at the Wynot 37-yard line.
Defensively, Wynot's come out with 3 down defensive linemen.
And is that a bit of a different look for them?
Yeah, they've usually gone 2 backs or 2 down linemen against that.
And on that play, they went down with 3 linemen, but they had the middle linebacker come rushing up and blitz immediately.
Yeah, that was Peyton Weasler. He timed that just about perfect.
That'll bring up 4th and about 8 for the Wildcats.
And that's going to change what Coach Ulrich's going to do in terms of makes it a little bit longer down in distance now. So they're in punt formation. Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to punt it, but they're in punt formation.
I believe back to return for Wynot is number 6, Owen Sudbeck. That'll be off to the right sideline, Wynot sideline, and roll out at about the 20-yard line. So Wynot will be starting 1st and 10 at their own 20.
You know, when the Wildcats punt the ball, Kobe Heitman's their punter. So you've got to know.
Oh, yeah, you've got to be ready for that.
They've got to fake with him running the ball. And I think, as I understand, he throws the ball real well. I've not seen him throw it yet, but I understand he throws it real well also.
Here we go. Wynot 1st and 10, their own 20-yard line. That'll be Peyton Weasler starting off at quarterback for them. He's got receiver out to the right. It'll be a handoff to the running back. He won't get anywhere up the middle, though. That was number 6, Owen Sudbeck.
And Matthew Meisenheimer, the down lineman, the defensive end in the 4-3, or D tackle on the 4-3 on that side, completely had that play snuffed out. Wildcats will kind of vary a lot of times between the 3-4. Sometimes they'll walk him up. It'll be a 4-3 look.
Wynot coming out 2nd down and about 10. I formation. Haberman hands it off to Sudbeck. He'll look for some room up the middle, but just be met by a wall of purple and white. Fight for a gain of about 1 yard. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Blue Devils.
And Coach Ulrich coming in felt that if they can get Wynot into definite passing situations like this, that's going to be to their advantage. And that's generally, if you can make a team one-dimensional,
absolutely,
you know what's coming. It's be interesting to see now if the Wildcats will bring any extra pressure.
Weasler taking the snap this time at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 out to the left. He'll be looking to throw, and he will be brought down by number 22,
Dylan
Denneker. He was in there almost instantly off the snap.
7-yard loss on the play. 4th down and 6.
And he's kind of been that guy all season long.
He really has. He just seems to be getting better and better by the game.
Blue Devils lining up to punt. Heitman back deep to return. And there's a flag on the play.
I think they're going to have Hartington-Newcastle for jumping off sides on the far side. I believe Jake Pites jumped into the
neutral zone.
Offsides against the Wildcats. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
But again, you see Hartington-Newcastle is able to substitute a little bit defensively, a little bit on special teams. That depth paying off.
Punt by Weasler. Heitman's just going to let this one hit the ground and roll. And it looks like it'll stop at about the 25-yard line. So the Wildcats will be starting off 1st down and 10 at their own 25.
Just like the quick announcement about the Wildcats' final 2 games of the season, they'll be in action next Friday at 3 o'clock at Wausau. It's an afternoon game. School will dismiss at 1:30, so it's 3 o'clock start next Friday afternoon in Wausau. And then the next week, the Wildcats will finish their regular season on Thursday, October 24th at Bloomfield.
Shea Morton gets the handoff to Carson Sudbeck. He was looking for some room out to the right.
Making the stop was number 58.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. And there was just immediate pressure on that play.
Yeah.
Wynot had number 21, Haberman. He came in on pretty much untouched on the right side, and then when Sudbeck went and bounced out to the right, he was met almost instantly by the outside linebacker.
We haven't seen the ball in the air yet, but I think we're getting real close.
Reverse to Heitman. He's looking for room. He'll bounce back to the right side of the field. Cut up the middle. He's found a little room, fighting with 2 tacklers on him, and he'll get the first down there.
And that's a play that was defense really well by the Devils. That 12-yard gain was all Kobe Heitman.
Absolutely.
Versus Field broke several tackles.
Just again, Heitman showing his great ball carrier vision out there and showcasing his speed a little bit.
Right, and he really is he's not only, we've talked about his speed a great deal, but Kobe's a 180-pound running back. Like you said, he's got good vision, quick. He's really a...
Morton coming out in shotgun. He'll look to pass. He's got Harms out to the right side. He's got it down the sideline. Be interesting to see where they spot it. I think they're going to spot him a little short, forced out of bounds. Yep, about a yard and a half short of the first down. Bring up 2nd and about 2 for the Wildcats. And that's that thing that last week when we talked during the Allen game. There's 3 very good receivers for Shea to pick from. Jake Pites, Harms, and Heitman. I mean...
Exactly. All 3 run well. All 3 catch the ball well.
Morton in shotgun again. Heitman out to the left. He'll fake the handoff, looking for room to the left. He's got some daylight. He's going down the sideline. He'll stiff arm one, but be brought down just shy of the 15-yard line.
It's a nice little play there where they fake the handoff to the right, and then they pull the guard and the end on the back side. And
17-yard gain on the play.
It's a play that's got a lot going on. Like I said, you've got the ball fake, you've got the 2 pullers.
First down and 10 for the Wildcats. Morton in shotgun. He's got running backs on either side of him. Receivers split out. Be a handoff to Heitman. He'll look for room up the middle for a gain of about 2 for Heitman.
Gain of about 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 at the 17-yard line.
That tackle was made by Garrett Lange, a 215-pound junior. Just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Tie ball game at 0s.
Morton in shotgun again. He'll fake the handoff and be brought down quickly. That's number 21, Anthony Haberman, 160-pound junior for the Wynot Blue Devils.
And he just timed that thing really well. He was basically sprinting across line of scrimmage when the ball was snapped, and Carson Sidbeck had almost no chance to get him.
Yeah, that's
block
just
him.
one of those difficult things, especially for a younger guy to recognize that and even have a shot at, making a move to kind of slow that blitz from the outside backer position so his quarterback can get away.
Be interesting to see if the Wildcats will vary their snap counts a little bit more, perhaps, because they've gotten a couple running starts on their blitzes.
There's that option pitch reverse to Heitman loses it, but I think that's Matthew Meisenheimer instantly getting down on the fumble.
That reverse, I thought, was set up fairly well. Give Garrett Lange a lot of credit, because if he doesn't make that play, Kobe may bounce that to the outside and take it. But he reached out, not only made the tackle, but got the ball to come out. So that gives a fourth and 15 for the Wildcats. Tremendous play by Lange. But again, this is a situation. I mean, obviously you don't want to be in 4th and 15, but the Wildcats do have the capability, like you talked about the receiving core, to overcome this. The big thing is to protect,
give him the time to find his receivers, which with Wynot and the success that they've had so far on that rushing the snap count, yeah.
Welcome back. 3:16 left in the first quarter. 0-0. The Wildcats face a 4th and 15 at the Blue Devil 24-yard line.
Morton coming out in shotgun. Wide receivers to the left and the right. He's looking to pass right away. He's going to have to roll to the right. He's got pressure looking for his guy. And that looks like it's just off the hands of Sam Harms, his intended receiver.
Right. Would not have been enough for the first down had he caught it. Again, the Blue Devils were able to kind of get some pressure on, force Shea out of the pocket there. And then you get in kind of a scramble situation. So the Blue Devils will take over now, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. This is only their second possession, Mason.
And I believe Haberman will be in the backfield at quarterback. He's got receivers on either sideline. He'll be looking to run right up the middle. He'll fight for a couple yards before he's brought down. I believe that was number 80, Shea Dickus, on the tackle there, 150-pound sophomore.
Yeah, you alluded to a little bit. When you see Anthony Haberman in the backfield, it's probably going to be some sort of wildcat run, some sort of run, because he's a true threat running the ball. Like you talked about a little bit, throwing the ball.
It's been
a mixed bag.
Yeah, definitely Weisler is their guy for the passing. Haberman again will be taking things at quarterback. He'll look to throw this time though. A little ill-timed there. Almost intercepted there by number 8, Kobe Heitman.
And that would have been a 6-0 Wildcat lead if he comes up with that.
That was it. Weisler, the other quarterback for Wynot, he went out to that flat and kind of sat, and the pass just didn't get out there quick enough and allowed Heitman time to react and come up and almost, like you said, almost got that pick 6.
So now with 3rd and 5, you will see Weisler back at quarterback.
And you got Haberman split out to the left there at receiver, and Sudbeck out to the right, their running back. Weisler drops back, looking. He'll throw it over the middle of Haberman, and it'll be just off of his fingertips there.
You're right, just off his fingertips. Shea Morton had the coverage, and he had a step there. Just couldn't quite pull it in.
That'll bring up 4th and 6 for the Blue Devils with 2 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Score still at 0 for both teams.
I want to apologize to Jake Pites. I think I called him for the offside earlier. I think it was Aiden Gratzfield, the defensive end on that side.
Almost a straight up and down punt there by Weisler. It'll give a friendly Wildcat bounce back to almost midfield. Wildcats look like they'll be starting off 1st down and 10 at their own 38.
Yeah, like you said, it went basically straight up in the air, and then when it came down, it kicked back towards the Blue Devil side. So, yeah, it was only about a 15-yard punt.
Maybe something you like to see every once in a while when you're golfing, but not so much when you're punting.
Yeah, exactly.
Wildcats will come out, shotgun formation. Sam Harms out to the left, Heitman out to the right. Morton will fake the handoff and keep looking for room out to the left. He'll get brought down by his ankles by number 21, Anthony Haberman of the Blue Devils. That'll be a short gain, but there is a flag down on the field.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a hold on the Wildcats.
And it looks that way, holding on the Wildcats. Oh, blocking the back.
Remains first down. First and 19 with the ball at the 29-yard line.
Since that's a spot of the foul penalty, that'll bring the Wildcats to first and 19. Morton in shotgun again. Kobe Heitman is a receiver out to the left. He'll keep again, looking for room up the middle. He'll fight for a solid gain of about 11 yards there.
Again, that's kind of that quarterback trap again, where they fake one way and then they'll pull a backside guard and end, kick out the defensive end, and let the offensive end then lead up through the hole. And so far, they've gotten about 10 yards each time they've run that.
A solid gain there on the first down after the penalty makes it second and very manageable.
Yeah, the offensive line just blocks down, and then, like I said, the backside guard kicks out the defensive end, and the backside end leads up through the hole. That's the play, if you remember, early in the year they would run that action and then pass the ball.
That's right. Shea Morton just didn't seem like he quite got the best throw on that one. Wind maybe played a little bit of a factor in it. Almost had Heitman still down the left sideline. Solid coverage there by Wynot.
Yeah, I believe that the coverage was by Anthony Haberman again. That young man's showed up several times already tonight.
Morton in shotgun again. 3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats. Morton will keep looking for that trap play again, looking for room down the left sideline. He'll be knocked out short of the first down. There's a flag on the field. That'll be holding against Hartington-Newcastle.
Yeah, it was that same play again where they pull a backside guard. And that time, Wynot didn't defense it too bad. Shea was able to bounce it outside, though, and still pick up positive yardage. However, like you alluded to, it is coming back.
And, I mean, if you want to get the ball moving, not really a metaphor, but if you want to keep things going and all that, you got to get rid of these penalties. Yeah. Penalties showing up a little early here for the Wildcats.
Again, I would look for them almost to run that trap action again with the backside guard and end, and then have him just go out to the
Morton in shotgun, motioning Sudbeck from the left. He'll look to run up the middle and be brought down after a gain of about 5. So that'll bring up 4th and about 7 for the Wildcats.
Again, Garrett Lange showing up again for the Blue Devils, that defensive end. So again, we're gonna see the Wildcats go for it. 4th and 7, midfield. Again, the primary thing is protect Morton.
Yeah, he's absolutely going to need time if you're going to be successful on this play. Oh, and it's a punt, kind of a trick punt, but
it's going to be very, very effective.
Very effective as it rolls down to about the 1-yard line. And with that, that'll be the end of your first quarter. And the first quarter score: Wynot 0, Hartington-Newcastle 0. I'm going to just thank our sponsors, Top Crop, for tonight. We're going to take a quick commercial break here at the end of the first quarter and be back soon.
This is Glenn with Top Crop. Everything we do, we believe in revealing nature's beauty by bringing a seed's potential to life. We believe you can grow more. The way we help you achieve this is by being committed to product placement expertise with season-long service and a passion for what we do. From golden harvest corn and soybeans to CRP, small grains, and cover crops, we have the seeds. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or stop by and check us out. With Top Crop, from handshake to harvest, you grow more.
coach, cross-country team competes Thursday at Pierce Golf Course for their district meet. That meet starts.
And welcome back. If you're just tuning in now, it's the start of the second quarter here. Hartington-Newcastle versus the Wynot Blue Devils. And in the end of the first quarter score was 0-0. Wynot will be starting off here second quarter. First down and 10 at their own 1 yard line after kind of a trick punt play by Shea Morton and the Wildcats.
Yeah, the Wildcats lined up like they were going to go for it, and they had the shotgun snap to Shea, who just quick kicked it, and it couldn't have worked out any better. So like you said, the Blue Devils will take off over on their own 1 yard line.
I believe that's Weasler under center for the Blue Devils. And he'll just quarterback sneak it, looking to get a little room away from that end zone. He'll fight for a gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards on that play. Bring up second down and about 7.
Gain of about 3 on the play. Second down and 7 at the 5 yard line.
Coming out I formation, Haberman under center this time for the Blue Devils. And he will fight for a solid 3 to 4 yard gain there. Bring up third and about 2 for the Blue Devils.
Third down and 2 for Blue Devils at the 10 yard line.
That's a little bit of what the Wildcats had problems with defensively last week, was just those inside runs right at them out of that double tight end set.
Blue Devils come out again, I formation, Haberman under center. He'll go with the quarterback sneak again, just looking for that first down.
And he's going to have it.
Ball's carried by number 21, Anthony Haberman.
Yeah, you bring that up, the troubles last week against Allen, having, to stop that run up the middle after just all game long, Allen just running it up the middle. You think maybe why not looked at a little bit of game film this week? And
I would imagine. And the Wildcats last week couldn't do much more defense. They had everyone, within about 3 yards of the line of scrimmage last week.
Blue Devils again looking for that quarterback sneak. Get a gain of about 1, maybe 2 on that play.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Bring up second down and 8 for the Blue Devils.
Ball is at the 15 yard line.
Again, last regular season home game for the Wildcats tonight. You know they want to send their seniors out on their last regular season home game, on a positive note.
High formation this time, halfback dive up the middle, and he will fight for a solid game. That's number 6, Owen Sudbeck, the running back for the Blue Devils on that carry. 155-pound junior.
Third down and 1.
Bring up 3rd and 1 for the Blue Devils.
You want to also mention that the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcat volleyball team is going to have a busy week again, as they'll have several triangulars coming up here in the next week or so.
And quarterback sneak again there for Wynot. That'll get him the first down after a gain of about 3.
The Lady Wildcats have a tournament they play in tomorrow, the Hartington-Newcastle tournament, and then they play in a triangular at Winside on Tuesday. Then they play in another triangular at home next Thursday. So a very busy week for the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcat volleyball team.
Wynot halfback, kind of like an off-guard run there by number 6, Owen Sudbeck. Solid gain of about 4 yards. I think Wynot's just kind of found their groove right now.
Yeah, they're going to...
Gain of 3, second down and 7.
Everything so far has been between the ends.
Haberman under center for the Blue Devils. I formation again. A bit of a hard count there by Wynot, but that flag will be false start on the Blue Devils.
So now, if you're Wynot, the runs between the in essence, an 8-man the ends. It's going to be a little tougher now because you've got to get a few more yards on your next two downs.
12 for Blue Devils at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely. When what's working is those in between the end run plays and all that, your worst enemy is going to be a penalty.
Right, exactly.
It'll be a fullback dive. That's Weasler, the fullback / quarterback, 185-pound junior on the fullback dive there. He'll get a solid game, bringing it to 3rd and about 6 for the Blue Devils.
And that's one of the things you see, now teams with limited depth is you'll see Weasler at a couple, 2 or 3 positions, Haberman at 2 or 3 positions. The personnel doesn't change, new personnel, but where they line up does.
And they'll be lining up here 3rd down and 6. I formation, Haberman under center, Weasler again at fullback. They'll just go for a quarterback sneak here up the middle.
Number 21, Anthony Haberman.
That'll bring up 4th and about 5 for the Blue Devils.
Nevertheless, it's been a successful offensive series for Wynot as they moved it away from their own 1-yard line, to about the 32-yard line. Again, like we talked about that penalty in essence.
Mm-hmm. Now you got 4th down and 4 for the Blue Devils. I formation again, Haberman under center. Looking hard count, trying to get somebody to come offside.
Exactly. 4th and 4. They wanted to get the Wildcats to jump, and to the Wildcats' credit, they did not.
And they'll be forced to call a timeout. With that, I think we'll take a quick commercial break and be right back.
Okay, we're back. 6:54 left in the first half. Wynot faces a 4th and 4 from their own 32, and they're in punt formation. Kobe Heitman will go deep for the Wildcats.
Didn't quite get all that one on that punt. Low flying, it'll be out just past the 30-yard line for the Wildcats, so they'll be starting off 1st and 10 from about their 29-yard line.
We do invite you, our listeners and viewers, to stay tuned at halftime. There'll be an interview with the Hartington-Newcastle Cedar Catholic cross-country coach Mandy Hochstein as her team prepares for the district meet next Thursday. So please stay tuned at halftime for the interview with Mandy Hochstein, the cross-country coach for the Wildcats.
Morton shotgun formation, Heitman in motion, flag down as the snap. And that'll be a false start against the Wildcats. Penalties again showing up early here on this drive.
1st and 15 at the 30-yard line.
Six minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the first half. Your score is still 0-0.
Again, I still look for the Wildcats to run some sort of play action just before the end of the half and take a shot deep.
Morton in shotgun formation, Heitman in motion. Morton will keep on the fake jet sweep, just looking for some room down the left sideline. He'll find a couple. Be short of the original line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd and about 13 for the Wildcats.
And number 11, Tristan Hymas, had a shot at Morton about the line of scrimmage, and Shea was able to shake him off. That time the Blue Devils against the Wildcat spread went with only 2 down linemen.
And that's a pretty common look for them so far this season, is when the offense spreads out. Oh, miscommunication on the handoff between quarterback and running back. That'll be a fumble. Wynot recovering? That's number 16, Peyton Weasler. just looked like there's some miscommunication on that play. Maybe Carson Sudbeck, number 23, the running back, thinking back to that play before when he took the fake handoff and Haberman got Morton for the sack, and just looked like they weren't on the same page on that one.
It was almost like Shea expected Carson to take it, and Carson expected Shea to pull it. And that sets up the Blue Devils in great field position now. They'll have 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line of the Wildcats. And last series, you saw Wynot go basically that power football straight at the Wildcats. So we'll see what happens here.
That was probably the most quarterback sneaks I've seen on a drive in probably ever.
Fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play. Looked like rough exchange on the snap here.
Yeah.
And the refs are signaling it. That is Wildcat ball. Number 22, Dylan Denninger on the recovery there.
A big turn of events right there. Blue Devils like they were set up in great shape, and then they fumble the snap, and like you said, Denninger recovers it. Let's see if the Wildcats don't take a shot deep here in the first couple of plays.
Absolutely. 6 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in the first half. Morton in shotgun formation. He'll look to throw. He's got Heitman down the middle, but just overthrows him.
And that's exactly what they did. They took their shot. They had Harms and Heitman lined up together. You're going to see Wynot. It looks like they're going to try and make sure they have Anthony Haberman on Heitman when he...
Well, on that play, I would think it was Tristan Hymas was the one covering Heitman on that play, which, as far as I know, he's another one of those guys that has stepped up for them from time to time this season. Morton in shotgun formation again. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Bit of a low snap. Morton rolls to the right, looking for some room. He'll stiff arm 1 and be about a yard, maybe 2 short of the first down. That'll bring up 3rd and about 2 for the Wildcats.
Again, play not defensed badly by Wynot, but Morton's just able to make a miss and pick up about 6 extra yards. Wynot's got to be very pleased defensively with what they've done thus far against the Wildcats. Because as we talked about, the Wildcat offense, it has got weapons. It's not got weapons. It does a lot of different things. It'll spread you out. You know, it's just got
that typical spread offense where they spread you out, rely on the speed of your athletes to get the yards of rushing. Morton looking for room up the middle. He'll have the first down. And just like that, I mean, just spread him out, let the quarterback decide where he's just draw played, kind of act like he's going to throw a pass, get everybody dropping away from him, then take it up the middle for the first down.
The 37-yard line.
Bring up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Wynot 37-yard line.
just over 5 minutes left in the half. I would not have guessed we'd be 0-0 at this point.
You gotta love those rivalry games.
Yeah, that's it a lot. You're right.
Morton in shotgun. He'll find, he's got Heitman down the right side. He's got him. They connect. Heitman breaks free. That's a touchdown. Hartington-Newcastle. 37-yard touchdown completion between Shea Morton and Kobe Heitman. I'll bring up the first points on the board for tonight with 4 minutes, 54 seconds left to go in the first half.
And you're right, that was Tristan Hymas on the coverage again. And that's a lot to ask of, you almost need help over the top or get a... You need a little help because Heitman's a handful in the open field.
Wildcats lining up for two. Morton in shotgun. He'll fake the handoff. Roll to his right. He'll throw it over the middle of Harms, and he's got it. But refs are saying that it hit the ground, so 2-point conversion won't be good. Well, with 4:54 left to go in the first half, your Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats lead Wynot Blue Devils 6-0. We'll be right back after this.
Christensen Well and Irrigation is your professional in the water well industry. with over 40 years of experience and knowledge. Christensen Well is also a T&L irrigation systems dealer and can service and repair all brands of pivots. Call Christensen Well and Irrigation today at 402-254-6809.
Anderson & Anderson Insurance is eager to serve Hartington and the Northeast Nebraska area. With offices in Hartington, Laurel, and Allen, they are an independent, trusted choice insurance agency. If you're in the market for auto, home, business, farm, or crop insurance, give us a call at 1-888-POLICY-9. Anderson & Anderson Insurance, where your protection is their policy.
Welcome back to Russ Hookstein Field as the Wildcats just found the end zone and now lead the game 6-0 with 4:54 left in the first half. Shea Morton going deep to Kobe Heitman put the Wildcats on the board.
As we line up for the kickoff here, Wynot kind of an interesting setup for return. They've got Haberman back by himself, but nobody within 20 yards of him. Okay. Expected an onside kick. Good. I mean,
well, the Wildcats always use that bunch formation where they rush and then they'll stop and spread out, and the Blue Devils reacted in kind, basically.
Haberman will make the catch just behind the 5-yard line. He's looking for room down the right sideline. He's got a little room. He's loose. He's past the kicker. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Haberman. I mean, some solid blocks there by Blue Devils return team, just giving Haberman enough room and to showcase his ball carrier vision and a little bit of speed as well.
Yeah, we alluded to that he has put up some nice numbers this year running the football, and we go over a quarter and a half with absolutely no points. And then the Wildcats hit a deep ball, and the Blue Devils in turn returned the kickoff for a touchdown. And again, these 2-point conversions, as we found out last week, can be huge in a game that could be close.
Absolutely. Blue Devils lining up for 2. Weisler, quarterback in shotgun. He'll be looking to pass. He's got a couple, 3 Wildcats in there. That tackle being made by Matthew Meisenheimer and Jake Pites. And that will leave your score tied 6-6. Some quick scoring here now.
And again, with 4:42 left in the first half, it's 6-6. Wynot, Hartington-Newcastle all tied up.
This is Glenn with Top Crop. Everything we do, we believe in revealing nature's beauty by bringing a seed's potential to life. We believe you can grow more. The way we help you achieve this is by being committed to product placement expertise with season-long service and a passion for what we do. From Golden Harvest corn and soybeans to CRP, small grains, and cover crops, we have the seeds. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter or stop by and check us out. With Top Crop, from handshake to harvest, you grow more.
And welcome back. If you're just tuning in now, there's 4 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the first half between the Wynot Blue Devils and your Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats. Some quick scoring here after a pretty much stagnant first quarter, 0-0. We've now seen Hartington-Newcastle score on a big 37-yard pass play between Shea Morton and Kobe Heitman, followed quickly by a return kickoff for a touchdown by Anthony Haberman of the Blue Devils. Blue Devils lining up to kick off. That's number 16, Weisler. Back deep to return, I believe, is Kobe Heitman. And he'll get the ball at about the 19-yard line, looking for some room. He'll get to about the 26. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at their own 26-yard line to start this drive. I'm almost wondering if you just keep riding the back and forth momentum and take a shot on the first play.
You know, I do think there's some opportunities for the Wildcats in the passing game. We've seen them have some success running the ball, primarily Shea Morton.
Well, we see on here, Haberman And number 11, Tristan Hyman's just switched receivers before the play. Harms with the catch over the middle. Pass by Shea Morton. That'll be a first down. Gain of about 12 on that pass play.
First and 10 Wildcats at their 38-yard line.
And the thing before that snap, Haberman was lined up on Harms and Hymas was lined up on Heitman. They switched. Shea Morton, I don't know if he saw that switch being made, but Harms came open over the middle and solid 12-yard gain there between Morton and Harms. Morton will fake the jet sweep, looking for room to the right. He's got a little daylight down the sideline, cuts back, but they will mark that he stepped out of bounds at about Wynot 26-yard line. Seeing Morton get a lot more production on the ground this week compared to last week against Allen.
It did look like Allen took a conscious effort to try to take that part away from him. But like I said, we've talked about it all year. He is a legitimate dual threat quarterback. He can take it the distance on the ground, and we've seen him through the air.
Wildcats come out empty set, shotgun. Morton looking to pass right away. He's got Carson Sudbeck. Oh, and just off the hands of Sudbeck. It looked like he just that's kind of a young guy thing. It just starts going upfield before he's got the ball completely caught.
Why not? There was misalignment. They only had one. Hartington-Newcastle had twin receivers at the top, and Why Not only had one player up top to get him. Sudbeck was wide open.
Well, that was a great read there by Shea Morton on that play to recognize that was his guy.
There are opportunities in the passing game for the Wildcats right now.
Shotgun formation again for the Wildcats. Receivers on both sides going with a hard count. Flag on the play, and they will get Wynot offsides on that one.
And that's early. Remember, Wynot got basically a running start on a couple plays. Now they varied the snap count. That should help slow that down a little bit.
Wildcats at the 26-yard line.
Because they actually had, I think they had a choice of two guys that they got to jump there.
Bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats. 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Morton will fake the handoff, looking for room up the middle. He'll get a solid gain, first down there for the Wildcats. Getting to about the Wynot 11 on that run.
First and 10 Wildcats.
Again, nice block. Matthew Meisenheimer pulls.
On that one, that fake handoff got both the defensive end and the outside linebacker to respect that run with Carson Sudbeck.
Got a timeout on the field with 3:49 left in the half. 6-6 Wildcats on the move at about the 12-yard line. Again, at halftime, we'll have an interview with Hartington-Newcastle cross-country coach Mandy Hochstein. Again, the cross-country program is a co-op with Cedar Catholic, and that cross-country team is in action Thursday. Will be their district meet, and both the boys and the girls cross-country teams have had very successful seasons. Again, I would encourage anyone who's not seen a cross-country meet to go out and watch one. It's something more than I can do in terms of running several miles.
I did some form of cross-country running for about 5 years. I don't really plan on doing that again anytime soon.
They've got some very talented runners.
First and 10 Wildcats at the 12-yard line.
And here we go. 1st and 10 Wildcats and about the 12-yard line. Shotgun formation. Morton and Sudbeck in the backfield. It'll be a handoff to Sudbeck up the middle. Flag towards the end of the play.
Also want to mention in terms of a co-op, we talked about the Cedar Catholic, Hartington-Newcastle co-op and cross-country. The girls golf team that's a co-op, it's under the Cedar Catholic program, but Delaney Sidbeck from Hartington-Newcastle plays, and the girls golf team from Cedar Catholic, coached by Sheila Juden, has qualified for the state tournament. They'll be out in North Platte Monday and Tuesday competing at the state tournament. Now we had a flag come in, Mason, and if you go on with that.
Well, we got the penalty was against Wynot. Bring up first down and about 2 for the Wildcats. Morton in shotgun. Rough snap goes between his legs. He's rolling to the right, just looking for something. He'll roll back left, reverse into his field again. And he will be forced out shy of the first down.
Boy, the Wildcats really flirted with a block in the back.
Yeah, that was a dangerous one there by number 22, Dylan Denniger.
They didn't call it, so therefore it never happened. But the Wildcat, or the Blue Devil faithful wanted to call, and you've seen a lot of times when it has been called. But
bring up second down and 2 at the Wynot 4-yard line.
it was not a tremendous push in the back, but we've seen it called.
Shotgun formation for the Wildcats. Sam Harms out to the left, Kobe Heitman out to the right. Looking over the middle for Pites. He's got him. And they will signal it a touchdown between Shane Morton and Jake Pites. 4-yard touchdown reception.
And really credit both Shea Morton, who stayed in there, had a player right in his grill when he threw that ball, and Jake Pites made a nice catch. Jake's a big target. He's 6'3".
And just absolutely
Very athletic.
and great over-the-shoulder catch.
Yeah, really was. Really was a very nice catch by Pites there.
And that's what we've talked about. So far we've seen Heitman make a good, solid catch for them. Harms make a solid catch for the Wildcats. And now Jake Pites with a solid touchdown reception for the Wildcats. They'll be lining up for 2. Morton in shotgun. He's looking to throw. And he'll have Harms just down in the flat on the left side.
And
there's some confusion there.
That's that play we talked about where the backside guard pulls, kicks out the end. This time, though, instead of leading the block, Harms went out to the flat and caught the ball, thought he was in the end zone, so he kind of backed up, only to have, I think it was Dylan Denniger point out, you're not in the end zone yet. So then then Harms turned and ran into the end zone.
I guess there's some confusion here. Coach Ulrich speaking with the refs. I guess some confusion on where the refs lined the Wildcats up for that play.
See how they sort this out.
Yeah, because it's only...
Harms thought he was in, and then he started coming back with the ball, and then Denniger said, you're not in. And Sam took back off for the end zone again, and there's just some confusion if he was in or not.
Well, and what can you really do? There's no replay in high school football.
and what you have, you've got the 80-yard 8-man field and the 100-yard 11-man field. And sometimes you get a little mixed up on where the goal line is, because the goal line down there on an 11-man field is actually at the 10-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the end zone mark the way you do for a 11-man field. So as I understand it, it looks like it's no good.
Meisenheimer will be doing the kicking for the Wildcats. Haberman back deep to return for the Blue Devils. Haberman takes the kick at about the 10-yard line. He'll be looking for room up that right sideline. And he will be brought down short of the 35, flagged down towards the end of the play.
I have seen similar type things in other 8-man games. I remember one year we had one of our receivers running wide open in the end zone, only to find out he was about 5 yards behind the end zone because he'd gotten mixed up on where.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the whole situation was on there. I thought usually you line up about, the 3 or 5 yard line for those 2-point conversions, and whether they were lining up the back of the end zone was...
Like I said, Harms caught it and thought he was in.
Blue Devils handoff up the middle. That's number 6, Owen Sudbeck. Get a gain of about 7 on that carry.
Owen is not a really big running back. He's on the small side, but man, is he quick. Accelerates quickly.
Yeah, he's shown that good ball vision and quick burst downhill so far in today's game. Weasler taking over the quarterback duties on this drive. He'll be handing off to Sudbeck again up the middle. This time he'll be met by number 22, Dylan Deniger, short of the line of scrimmage. I'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Blue Devils.
Just under 2.5 minutes left in the half. This is a big play for the Wynot Blue Devils because I'm not sure you want to give it back to the Wildcats right now.
Yeah, with 2 minutes approaching left in the first half. Weasler, shotgun formation for the Blue Devils. He'll fake the handoff to Sudbeck. This time a double move by Haberman over the middle, and it'll be just short.
Boy, he ran a sluggo route there where he went the slant, and then he went on the go route, and he was there. He was there. That ball was on the other side of where he was expecting it. A little underthrown, but Haberman was there that time. Wildcats dodged a bit of a bullet there.
Bring up 4th down and 4 for the Blue Devils. Weasler lined up as the punter for the Blue Devils. And I think with your passing quarterback on this play, you got to be ready for that trick play.
Yeah, they've struggled punting the ball a little bit the first 2 punts.
This one will be up high, a little short, but it will cross midfield and stop just short of the Hartington-Newcastle 30-yard line. So they'll be starting 1st and 10 at their own 28.
1:46 left in the half, Mason. But again, the Wildcats are built. They can score quickly, especially with their throwing game.
Absolutely, that spread offense. Like we said, you got Heitman. Morton can make plays. Pites has shown that he can turn on some speed as well. Harms.
Yeah, I think Pites neck is, the rest of this year he's going to be a target yet and going to be effective. But I really look for him. He's only a sophomore. He's going to be a handful for defenses the next couple of years.
Morton motions Heitman. Heitman jet sweep to the right. He'll stiff arm the first attempted tackler. He'll be reversing field back to the left side, and he'll lose control of the ball. That's just one of those things. Trying to do maybe a little bit too much.
I tell you, again, the young man for Wynot I've been very impressed with so far has been Garrett Lang, number 56 at that defensive end, because he missed a tackle initially, but he got Heitman to string it out. But then he didn't stop after he missed the tackle. He came back and was in on the tackle there and nearly came up with a fumble.
Well, that's 2 times that we've called his name alongside of a fumble happening.
Yeah.
Be 2nd down and about 13 for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation. Low snap. Morton looking for something. And he will be brought down in the backfield by number 16, Peyton Weasler. Wynot will be taking a timeout. 49 seconds left to go in your first half. Hartington-Newcastle leads Wynot 12-6. Well, it's 3rd down and about 25 now. Do you just try to burn the clock out? You sit there and still try to make a big play, long pass play with.
It's interesting because you do have several options in the passing game. You've also got Heitman, who can take a 5-yard reception or a run and pick up the yardage. So he's still got some different options. Like you said, though, I mean, you obviously don't want to make some sort of mistake right now. Wynot has shown that they're going to try to run the ball first, maybe run the ball second, then throw it. Wynot, I don't believe has any timeouts left, according to the scoreboard.
No, there'd be no timeouts left according to the scoreboard for Wynot. And I mean, being Wynot, I think you definitely gotta respect the fact that Hartington can score quickly. So you'll see them; they're giving a lot of cushion on those pass plays. They'll throw it down into the flat for Sudbeck breaking some tackles, fighting past midfield. Carson Sudbeck showing that he's another player you gotta watch out for.
That time what they did was they had Heitman lined up to that side. He really cleared the area, threw a little swing pass to Sudbeck, and he just made a tremendous effort.
Unfortunately, though, there is a flag down. Couldn't quite see it. It was hidden behind the Hartington-Newcastle sideline, blocking the back on Hartington-Newcastle.
That's too bad. That was a really, really well-run play. But sometimes you pick up that yardage because of the because of the penalty. I'm not sure that's the case there, but again, Hartington-Newcastle shows their ability to get huge chunks of yards in a play. Like I said, they used Heitman to clear it out, stood back on the swing pass, and Carson made a tremendous run after the catch.
Well, and since that is a spot of the foul penalty, bring up 3rd and 20, and it looks like Hartington's just gonna just let it
run
clock
the clock
down.
I think then they'll call a timeout right before the clock's gonna go down and set something up. He's got see if they don't take a shot yet. And that's a timeout. Hartington-Newcastle now with just 16 seconds left.
Maybe not quite the first half we've expected going into this game.
No, we had that little flurry there with the long pass, and then the Wynot, return the kick for a touchdown. But other than that, 12-6. But you kind of pointed it out though, Mason. It's a rivalry game. It's not a conference game anymore. It is a district game. But you've got two schools that play each other in a lot of different things. The kids know each other, and they're going to come out hard. And Wynot's always going to play hard. Interesting to see what they do here, though.
Absolutely. 16 seconds left to go. Coming out of the Hartington-Newcastle timeout. 3rd down and 20 for the Wildcats.
3rd down and 20. Ball's at the 18-yard line.
Morton coming out in shotgun formation. Got Sam Harms split out to the right. Colby Heitman out to the left.
Since that long pass play, they have put...
Reverse to Heitman. He's got a hole down the right side of the field. He's looking for some room. He'll have the first down and be out of bounds at about the Wynot 39-yard line. 7.7 seconds left to go in the first half.
Peyton Weasler had a shot at him in the backfield, and Kobe was able to break that tackle. You have seen now that Haberman is on has been, and he is now. He's on Heitman now.
And they're giving plenty of cushion there in the Wynot secondary. Morton drops back looking to throw. He'll see Carson Sudbeck on the left sideline. He's looking for more. And he'll be brought down as time runs out. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of your first half. Hartington-Newcastle leads Wynot Blue Devils 12-6.
And we encourage you, in just a few minutes, we'll have the interview that takes place with Hartington-Newcastle / Cedar Catholic cross-country coach Mandy Hochstein as they prepare for their district meet next Thursday. So we encourage you to stay and listen to that interview, and we'll join you in about 15 minutes for the second half with your score. Hartington-Newcastle 12, Wynot 6. We'll see you in the second half.
We're here with Hartington-Newcastle head cross-country coach Mandy Hochstein. Mandy, we're co-opt with Cedar. This is one of the 3 sports, which I think is a fantastic thing for the whole town. Great thing for both schools. Kids get to know each other. Let's talk a little bit about last year, if we could.
Last year's group, we knew was the first year that we hadn't had our leaders, Brian Santiago and Seth Weebelhouse, and so we knew last year was going to be a building year, but we were excited because we had a lot of young kids that were interested, and returning Braden Cottle and Degan Joe Kimson. There were some good kids coming up. The Naker boys, Bodie and Cole, were coming back this year. So last year we had individuals go to state, whereas the previous years we had teams, and it was interesting to watch the kids go, oh, okay, we didn't get a team there this year, but looking forward to this season already. So, and girls wise, we were just trying to get a team. We only had the 3 girls last year, and that was tough because when we went to South Dakota, they only score 3. And so we won as a team, and we went, oh, this is what this is like again. So we were very excited for this year to have a team for the girls.
Awesome. So let's dive into this year. We're 3/4, if not more than that, into the season. We had districts last week, or no, just the conference.
Big conference this last week, and we ran in Bloomfield.
Okay.
And they changed it. It was supposed to be today, which the weather, we just weren't sure. So we ran on Wednesday. And our conference meet was pretty tough this year. The boys ran up against Osmond, and we have not been able to beat Osmond this year yet. So we did get them this last Wednesday, and that was pretty exciting. Going into districts with that accomplishment.
Nice.
Really helped the boys team. The girls ran up against Bloomfield, and Bloomfield is Class D, so we won't see them at districts. I think they were a little disappointed that they didn't get Bloomfield at this last meet, but Bloomfield's a phenomenal team, and I said the fact that we ran right there with them, we were only 3 points behind. I said we're optimistic as to what this district will do. The girls' district team is going to be, that meet is going to be a tough meet. We have some pretty heavy competition. I would say potentially there's 5 teams that really could go to state if they were spread out amongst other districts or other. So we're really hoping that all 5 girls can get out there and run at their best at the same meet. The girls seem to, 2 or 3 of them will run really well, and then one will have an off day, and if we can get the whole group to run well the same day, which is our ultimate goal, we've got a pretty good chance. I giggle because with the girls I have 2 Sarahs, 2 Mackenzies, and a Jada. So it's I'm cheering these girls on, and it's all right, Sarah. Okay, Sarah. And the people next to me are kind of giggling because didn't you just 2 Sarahs, 2 Mackenzies, and a Jada. So we look forward to that. The boys, we're pretty excited. I have got some great runners. My JV runners are better than the varsity teams I've had in the past. And I keep telling them that there are times, if we go back and look at history, you guys are better than what we ran varsity 5 years ago. So we definitely have some depth. It's hard to choose just 6.
Right.
I can't say that there isn't a single one of them that couldn't run varsity, and if you really asked them to, they could get it done. We did lose Parker Albers to sickness this year, so he's usually up in my top 9-10 mix as well, and thank God he's a sophomore, he'll be back next year. So we gained Carson Acre this year, that's a freshman. And we knew he was pretty good, but we didn't know how he would do up against high school competition. And he currently has taken the record from all of the meets that he's run. Seth Weebelhaus was the record holder for Cedar side. I always do split records. I've got Hartington-Newcastle, and then I have Cedar records as well. And if I look, there's a handful. He has surpassed Brian as well. So he's been a great addition, and one of the best kids just in general. He stands at the finish line and he greets everybody and congratulates everybody that finishes the race. And he's been a great, quiet leader as a freshman. So
and he's had older brothers go through the system too, so he knows quite a bit about what's going on, and that helps quite a bit. So for the people out there that don't know, when are districts and where are they going to be held at?
We go to Pierce next week, which our kids have never run on the Pierce course. Now our junior high just this last 2 years has been able to run on that course, and it's a shorter route that they do, but we already know the map. We know that it's flat for the most part, so they're pretty excited about that. And we run Thursday at 4:30. The girls go at 4:30 and the boys approximately 5:15. And the weather looks good for next week, so we're excited about that. And we've had a little bit of sickness, but I think we're looking pretty good. We have some strong seniors, and they just have to be in the mental game, and we can get it done.
Awesome. Well, best of luck next week to you. Let's go back to the guys up in the booth to finish the second half.
This is Glenn with Top Crop. Everything we do, we believe in revealing nature's beauty by bringing a seed's potential to life. We believe you can grow more. The way we help you achieve this is by being committed to product placement expertise with season-long service and a passion for what we do. From Golden Harvest corn and soybeans to CRP, small grains, and cover crops, we have the seeds. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, or stop by and check us out. With Top Crop, from handshake to harvest, you grow more.
When you need to borrow money, you need to see a friend at the Bank of Hartington. Our loan officers are local people. They listen to your needs and then tailor a loan to fit those needs with competitive rates and flexible terms. We've been your hometown bank since 1934. Where other banks have their branches, we have our roots. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Falkers Brothers Garage is a full-service preventative maintenance and auto repair center located in Hartington. Our experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems on all makes and models of domestic and import vehicles. Stop in or give us a call at 402-254-6406 to let us know how we can help you.
Stop in at Broadway Lanes after the game in downtown Hartington. Bring the whole family in and enjoy a game of bowling and some great food. Good luck to all area teams from Broadway Lanes.
The Hartington Chopper, covering northeast Nebraska for over 55 years, from Yankton to Laurel and from Osmond to Newcastle. The Hartington Chopper has you covered every week to every household. Good luck to all area teams.
At Cedar County Veterinary Services in Hartington, we care for creatures great and small. We offer comprehensive care for livestock and companion animals. Our goal with every visit is to provide an experience that focuses on accurate diagnostics, compassionate treatment of animals, and client education. With our highly skilled Cedar County Veterinary Services staff, we are here to give you a happy and healthy animal.
CL Electric of Coleridge carries a full line of Ranke pivot parts on hand and ready to tune up your pivot wheel gearboxes, tower boxes, timers, contactors, end gun stars, and switches. CL Electric is an electrical contractor licensed in both Nebraska and South Dakota. Call 402-283-4220.
Burnell's Food Town is your locally owned associated wholesale grocery store. From fresh meat and produce, bakery services, grocery, and more, we are here for you. Good luck to the Cedar Catholic Trojans and the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats from Burnell's Food Town.
Grosenberg Implement is your John Deere farm equipment headquarters, servicing your growing needs with locations in Hartington, Bloomfield, and Wayne, Nebraska, in Winter, Phillip, and Pierce, South Dakota.
Cedar Security Bank is your hometown friendly bank with locations in Fordyce, Wynot, and Hartington. We strive to meet all your financial needs. After all, security is our middle name. And for all your insurance needs, contact Bonnie at Cedar Security Insurance for a free quote. Good luck to all local teams.
Call Don Miller Land Company today for any of your real estate needs. We specialize in the selling of land, business, residential, and rental homes. Call Don Miller Land at 402-254-6897. We don't just list, we sell.
Nothing slows you down more than computer problems. Get up to speed again by taking your computer to Hartelco Computers in Hartington. Our team is here to repair, clean, and troubleshoot all of your favorite brands of PCs. Our customer service beats the big box stores hands down, and you'll leave knowing your computer is running efficiently and effectively. We are also a Dell dealer that passes the wholesale savings on to you. So bring your PC to Hartelco Computers at 103 West Center Street in Hartington, or give us a call today at 402-254-3901.
The Dirt Man of Hartington, Bob Hymas, offers excavating, trenching, dozer, and skid loader work. As a licensed electrician, Bob can also help with all of your demolition and site prep when cleaning off any site. The Dirt Man of Hartington has rig, will dig. Good luck to all teams.
When you want new carpet, think soft. Just imagine the softest things in your life. Your fluffiest house slippers that tickle your toes. That tender teddy bear that snuggles in bed. Now, Shaw Floors has brought all the softness you love to your carpet. New Caress by Shaw Floors. Caress Carpet by Shaw Floors is an amazing combination of softness and durability. You've got to see it and touch it to believe it. Find Caress by Shaw Floors at Faye's Furniture and Floor Covering, downtown Hartington, or call 402-254-6347.
Kaiser Egg and Irrigation is your local Zematic dealer. Call us today for all of your pivot servicing, parts, and purchasing. 402-254-9557.
At Family First Dental, your family comes first. They are your source for complete dental care in Northeast Nebraska. Dr. Jay Bernecker and his team at the Hartington office are pleased to announce they offer digital impressions, which means no more goop, no gags, and no worries. They also offer Invisalign, a clear removal alternative to metal braces. At Family First Dental, you can get the smile you've always wanted. Give them a call today to schedule your next appointment. 402-254-3969.
Give the guys at Hartington Feed and Chick a call for a competitive grain bid or to contract your corn for later delivery or for all of your livestock feeding needs. Hartington Feed and Chick has been the leader in animal nutrition since 1955. Just call 402-254-7449.
For the right products and expert advice to get your projects done right, come to Cruzy True Value. In every department, you'll find terrific items that will help make each job go a little more smoothly. If you need tools for those once-in-a-while projects or equipment for a once-in-a-lifetime event, rent it at Cruzy True Value. Start right. Start here.
Heine Electric services and is a dealer for both Valley Irrigation and Sukup Grain Systems. In addition to the equipment lines, we drill wells, install pumps, perform crane work, and provide trucking and earth moving services. Located in Hartington and Vermilion, South Dakota, give us a call today at 402-254-2568.
Okay, we're back getting ready for third quarter action in just a few moments. We've got a halftime score of the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats 12, the Wynot Blue Devils 6. Kind of a neat thing at halftime, they offered Steve Martini, a teacher at Hartington-Newcastle who has refereed for about 40 years. And he's refereed varsity football, he's refereed basketball, he's done junior high, he's done JV, he's helped out in so many ways. So we want to pass on our congratulations to Steve and his efforts at Hartington-Newcastle. Back to the football game, Mason. Again, 12-6, Wildcat lead. We saw a really scoreless game for a quarter and a half, then kind of a little flurry took place.
Yeah, I think it's something that we weren't really expecting and all that, but like we said, it's a rivalry game. Dates back a ways. Both defenses coming out strong. I mean, with spurts of offense. It hasn't really been a offensive game other than those 3 touchdowns where they. Other than that, it's been pretty much a defensive fight the whole game.
And as we kick off the second half, Mason, the Wildcats will kick to the Blue Devils, but there's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Wynot at some point, either at the very end of the first half, where the Wildcats are kicking off from the Blue Devil 35-yard line.
Meisenheimer doing the kicking. Now he will be kicking into the wind. Oh, and it's an onside kick. And it's loose. It bounced off Wynot and back towards Hartington. It will be recovered by Hartington-Newcastle.
And that's a direct reflection of that penalty because they really have nothing to lose. You're right. It hit a Wynot Blue Devil, kind of went backwards, and the Wildcats are on it. And now they're in business as they'll have a 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line of Wynot. The first half saw Wynot really do a pretty nice job of taking away that jet sweep with Heitman, but Shea Morton was able to hurt him with some quarterback runs. And again, I think there's some things available for the Wildcats in the passing game.
Handoff to Sudbeck up the middle. He'll fight for a solid 4 to 5 yard gain there. Yeah, and exactly. I think last week we saw a lot of Heitman as Allen was really prepared for Shane Morton, right. And now this week we're kind of seeing the flip. A lot of preparation to stop that jet sweep and Heitman getting to the outside and really being able to showcase his speed. And Shea has stepped up and created a lot of his longer run plays where he's taken advantage of that hole at the line and then been able to get 10, 15 extra yards.
Exactly.
Handoff up the middle to Heitman this time.
So the Wildcats kind of take a little bit page out of the Blue Devil playbook, and their first 2 plays are just straight at the Blue Devil defense and a first down. First run was to Sudbeck up the middle, and then they put Heitman in the backfield and gave it to him straight up the middle.
Yeah, that's something you've mentioned to me as well. I mean, we talk about Heitman and his speed and all that, but he's a 180-pound junior and all that, and he has shown that he can get those downhill run plays just as well. This time he'll get it, bounce it out to the right, looking for space. He'll get past the line of scrimmage and maybe a couple more.
Again, I think a play like that's even hidden yardage as the play should have been probably either no gain or about a yard, and Heitman's able to really get his shoulders upfield a little bit. He got a yard or 2. But we're obviously in 4-down territory as the Wildcats have a second down at the 15-yard line.
They'll come out shotgun formation. Heitman is the running back alongside Shea Morton. Be a dive play for Heitman. He's got some room. He'll bounce it out to the left, and it's a touchdown, Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats.
And that time, Anthony Haberman blitzed almost right into the play, but Heitman right underneath him, and then he was able to pop it to the outside and beat the Blue Devil defense to the goal line.
Just some solid blocking there on the line of scrimmage, and Heitman showing his vision and bouncing it out, and then that speed that we've talked about pretty much nonstop.
Yeah, again, I think Coach Ulrich and his coaching staff do such a nice job of finding the different mismatches or who can hurt them where. And we haven't seen Heitman line up alongside the quarterback a whole lot. That last couple plays he did. And Wildcats were in the end zone.
And they're looking for two. And he'll have Heitman over the middle, and the 2-point conversion is good.
And what a big 1 minute and 37 seconds as the Wildcats kick off. The penalty on Wynot gives the Wildcats an onside kick possibility. They do it. The Wildcats recovers. 4 or 5 plays later, they're in the end zone, the 2-point conversion. All of a sudden, they're up 14 now.
Yeah, a lot can change, as we've seen so far in tonight's game. It was quick burst, and like you said, I think a lot different scenario maybe if you didn't have that unsportsmanlike penalty against Wynot during the half. Still not sure what it was, but that's what it was called, unsportsmanlike. And like you said, what do we have to lose by doing an onside kick in this situation?
Exactly, because if Wynot recovers it, they're still at their own 25-yard line or so. This is now all of a sudden a really big sequence for Wynot because, they don't want to fall too far behind because, again, their strength is running the football. They can throw it some, but they prefer to run it. If you fall 3 scores behind, it's going to be real tough for you.
Number 6, Tegan Scoggin lining up to do the kicking for Hartington-Newcastle.
Now you see Wynot bunched up there, and then they'll spread out as the Wildcat coverage team spreads out.
And it'll be a onside kick again, this time recovered. That was number 24, Tyler Nicky, on the recovery there for Wynot.
Yeah, that time the front wall for Wynot kind of let the ball go past them to where the second wave of blockers could get it. First time it hit one of the front fellas for Wynot and bounced back to Hartington.
Wynot Blue Devils come out 1st and 10 at their own 32. Haberman, quarterback, he'll get the ball to Sudbeck. He'll look for room out to the left, but be met in the backfield by number 8, Kobe Heitman, showing that speed on defense.
Yeah, if you're going to run that pitch play wide, you probably want to do it to the other side of Heitman because he's going to beat you to the corner. And, again, Kobe's a player we talk about so much on offense. He's a tremendous defensive player also.
2nd down and 14 for the Blue Devils. They'll come out shotgun formation. Weasler, the quarterback, he'll hand it off up the middle to Sudbeck. He'll fight for a solid gain there. Brings up 3rd and about 6 for the Blue Devils.
3rd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun formation for the Blue Devils here on 3rd down. Weasler at quarterback. He'll fake the handoff, looking for room to the left, and he will be brought down short of the first. Flag on the play.
The flag came in late. A nice play by Shea Dickus there, coming up in run support. See what this flag is. Came in late.
And the penalty was blocking the back against Wynot. It'll be a 10-yard penalty for them. Replay of third down. So now instead of fourth and manageable.
Right, and I think that's why you saw Coach Ulrich take the penalty, because it would have been fourth and 2 or 3. There's a definite chance Wynot would have gone for it.
Now with third and long, Weasler at quarterback, which has been their go-to guy for throwing the ball.
All right.
He'll look to pass. And just short of his intended receiver over the middle, that was number 3, Hunter Hymas.
And again, I think they had Haberman was open at the top a little bit there, but Weasler didn't have a lot of time to throw there. He was under duress, and again, Dylan Deniger supplying a lot of the heat, as well as trying to pick out the other fella.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they were trying to get that what you said earlier, that sluggo route where he'll go upfield, kind of fake the slant out, and then head back upfield, and just didn't get quite the time to develop. Solid punt by Wynot. Hyman will get it about the Wildcat 10, and there's a flag down on the field.
And they're going to have a hard time getting Kobe down. Yeah, he's going to take it the distance, but it's going to come back.
He's signaled that there is a penalty. He'll run out of bounds.
I actually think one of the referees blew it dead, fairly early in the return. Didn't let the play out there, but that's coming back.
And that's a block in the back against the Wildcats.
Really, that's been one of the big things that's really kind of stopped the Wildcats tonight, is kind of themselves on some of the penalties they've had. This will be a 1st and 10, though, but that's going to back the Wildcats all the way back to
about the 9-yard line.
9-yard line.
They'll be coming out shotgun formation, though. Sudbeck is the running back alongside Shea Morton. Heitman split out left at receiver. There'll be a handoff up the middle to Sudbeck. He'll get past the line of scrimmage for a couple yards.
One of the changes Wynot's made when Heitman splits out is, early, like you said, they're guarding him with Tristan Hymas. Now it's been Haberman for about the last quarter and a half.
And still giving him plenty of cushion.
Those are 2 good football players. But again, you kind of feel like the Wildcats have him on the ropes a little bit right now.
Morton looking to throw. He'll just off the hands of Jake Pites on that slant route over the middle.
Yeah, just behind him a bit. Jake had to try to go up and get it. Nice play by Owen Sudbeck.
Yeah, making sure he didn't get the penalty on it, waiting for the ball to get there before he made contact with Pites. Bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Heitman split out left at receiver. Morton looking to throw. He's got pressure right away. He'll throw over the middle. Harms, he'll go up and get it. Pretty close to the 1st down marker. They will give it to him. Solid play by Harms on that one. Morton doing all that he can just to give his receiver a little bit of time, throws it up to where really only Harms can get it, and he goes up and shows that he's got some great hands.
And give Sam some credit there. He caught that ball about 2 yards short, 2-3 yards short of the 1st down, and was able to just get enough forward surge going to pick up the 1st down.
Wildcats line up shotgun formation. Morton will elect to keep it on the read. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Just couldn't find any room off to the left there.
Again, Garrett Lange.
4-yard loss on the play.
Lange's played a nice ball game at that defensive end.
Ball at the 16-yard line.
Only a junior.
Yeah, just solid play by Lange. He stayed home, kept his assignment, strung the play out to the sideline so that way other guys could get involved. 2nd down and 14 for the Wildcats, shotgun formation. Handoff to Heitman up the middle. He'll be brought down shy of the original line of scrimmage.
I will give Wynot some credit defensively. They've probably done as nice a job defending the Wildcats as about any team they've played.
17-yard line.
Now, again, there have been some things available for the Wildcats in the passing game, but nothing consistently where you've seen Wildcats just establish a drive.
Third down and 12 for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation. Receivers split out to both sides. Heitman comes in motion. Fake handoff there. Tries to get the pitch play to the right with Sudbeck to work, but he's brought down short of the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's the same play they ran earlier in the game, only with different personnel. They brought Heitman in motion, faked it to him. Sudbeck takes a little step away from the play, and then he comes back and takes a little shuttle pass. But again, why not had it sniffed out? They've defensed a lot of plays pretty well.
You can tell that they've definitely spent the time this week preparing for these certain plays that the Wildcats like to use. That punt will be just past midfield, roll out about the Wynot 36-yard line.
5:21 left in the third quarter, Mason. 26 Wildcats lead, and again, this time the Blue Devils take over just on their own side of midfield. But they haven't really been able to establish anything real consistently driving the ball. They've had a couple first downs, a couple drives. Their only score has been on a kick return.
Yeah, it's like we've mentioned. It's this game. You don't really see it with the score right now being 26, but this has been a defensive game.
Really,
with
yeah.
a couple moments where you get a score out of it. Haberman looking for room to the right. He'll bounce back to midfield and fight his way pretty close to the first down marker. Be interested to see where they mark him here. Be gonna give him a gain of 9. Be 2nd down and 1 for the Blue Devils.
Again, we'd like to take a moment and thank our feature sponsor, Top Crop. We thank them, and we thank all of our sponsors for bringing you tonight's ball game.
Wynot comes out shotgun formation. Haberman is split out left at receiver. Weisler taking the snap at quarterback. Number 6, Owen Sudbeck, running back to the right. Weisler hands it off to Sudbeck up the middle. He'll break one tackle. Be looking for some room. He'll get past the first down and about 4 or 5 more.
Those are back-to-back real good-looking plays by the Blue Devils. Basically a Haberman out of the Wildcat, and then a little handoff to Sudbeck. And again, Sudbeck's not the biggest of running backs, but man, he hits a hole quick and pretty physical fella too for not being a real big guy.
155-pound junior. Yep, showing he's a hard runner as well as quick. Haberman's under center I formation for the Blue Devils. He'll hand it off to Sudbeck up the middle again, and he will be wrapped up after a gain of about 1 yard on that play. Bring up 2nd and about 9 for the Blue Devils at the Hartington-Newcastle 27-yard line. I'm thinking that Wynot senses the urgency. They need points on this drive.
Yeah, they really do.
With 3 minutes coming close here in the third quarter, don't want to go into that final quarter being 2 scores down when you rely heavily on the run. Haberman's in shotgun for the Blue Devils. He'll look to pass, rolling to his left. He'll throw it, and again, just off the hands of Heitman. That's 2 times now we've seen Haberman try to roll to his left and get a pass off, and Heitman was right there just to get his hand on it.
Right, pressure was applied by, I believe, Carson Sidbeck, Dylan Denniger, Jake Pites.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Blue Devils. We'll see Haberman split out right at receiver. Owen Sudbeck at running back. Weisler doing the quarterback, and he'll hand it off to Sudbeck up the middle. And he will be brought down after a gain of about 1, maybe 2. That'll bring up 4th and about 8 for the Blue Devils.
And Owen's going to be tackled that time by his cousin Carson. Carson Sidbeck and Owen Sidbeck being cousins. I actually had the pleasure, my first coaching job was at Wynot. I was fortunate enough to coach Owen's father, Darrell, as well as a couple of his uncles. And like Owen, they were tough players.
Weisler lined up at quarterback here on 4th down for the Blue Devils. He'll look to pass. He's got pressure right away. He will look for number 3, Hunter Hymas, but it will be just short. Immediate pressure there by Tegan Scoggin and Jake Pites on that play.
Yeah, that didn't really have much of a chance with that pressure immediately.
Well, and then with, number 22, Dylan Denniger, was lined up at nose tackle, I believe, on that play. He actually sat there and went with Hunter Hymas on that under kind of a screen, I guess they were going for. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. Morton in shotgun. He'll fake the handoff to Heitman, looking for room up the middle. But he'll be brought down around the line of scrimmage.
By a host of Blue Devils, but again, Garrett Lang kind of stands that play up, holds his ground, and allows his friends to get there, Peyton Weisler and Hunter Hymas. Nice job by Wynot running to the football there. Like I said, I've been very, very impressed with the defensive end play of Garrett Lang, excuse me.
Under 2 minutes now in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. Morton looking to throw. He's got Harms over the middle, and he will connect with him and be brought down just after the Wynot 30-yard line. Get down to about the Wynot 26. That was number 6, Owen Sudbeck, making the tackle.
And again, that's a big height advantage there. Sam's close to 6'7". He's got to have close to, maybe not a foot, but close to that on Owen. Owen made a nice tackle, but that's asking a lot of him to try to.
Yeah, to try to defend that height difference.
See a little bit more of Kobe Heitman in the backfield, right beside the quarterback tonight, than I've seen in some ball games.
And they'll fake the handoff to him this time. Shea Morton looking for room up the middle. He'll get a couple, maybe 3.
A nice play there by Hunter Hymas, the other defensive end. Stayed home, played the run, and then the running back, then the quarterback. Both defensive ends for Wynot have played nice ball games, Garrett Lang and Hunter Hymas. Give Wynot a lot of credit. Like I said, I think they played fairly well defensively.
Oh, yes.
Very well defensively.
Very well. Yeah,
because Hartington-Newcastle is a hard team to defense.
Fake handoff by Morton. He's looking to pass out to the right. He'll have Harms, but they will call it a catch. So that'll bring up 3rd and maybe 3 for the Wildcats.
I'm impressed with Sam from the standpoint, too, of he played football in junior high but hasn't played in high school yet. And he catches the ball just so easily. He's just so effortless catching the ball. And really, Pites is the same way. Pites is a really good basketball player.
Yeah, it's like we've talked about. Shea Morton's, he's solid quarterback, and then on top of that, he's got guys he can count on when he's throwing the ball to him. Morton fakes the handoff, looking for room to the left. Get down the sideline and be brought down by number 6, Owen Sudbeck.
Again, Wynot had to play defense fairly well, but sometimes just the Hartington-Newcastle skill talent of Shea just made a nice physical run. The play was defense fairly well. We've seen Kobe Heitman make several plays that were defense fairly well. And so we're going to come to the end of the third quarter. That's probably going to be it for the third quarter. With the score, the Wynot Blue Devils 6 and the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats are leading 20-6. We'll be back with fourth quarter action in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. We're ready to start the fourth quarter. The Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats lead the Wynot Blue Devils 20-6. Wildcats are on the move. They've got the ball with a 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 11-yard line.
They'll come out in shotgun formation. Got Carson Sudbeck in the backfield with Shea Morton. Heitman out to the right. It'll be a handoff up the middle to Sudbeck. He'll fight his way for a solid gain of 5, maybe 6 yards.
And there you've got to give a lot of credit to the push of the offensive line there of Matthew Meisenheimer, especially. Matthew drove a nice block there, a nice hole for Carson Sudbeck to run. He didn't find any resistance for about 3 or 4 yards. Meisenheimer, Tegan Scoggin, Dylan Deniger on the interior of that line. Kind of taking over right now a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Meisenheimer just drove his guy back a good 4 or 5 yards on the last one. But as we talk about that, number 16, Peyton Weasler, showing that he's gotten in the backfield a couple times today.
And that's on the blitz because, again, he timed it pretty well. Why not's timed up several blitzes tonight. Again, this is possession. If the Wildcats score here, they'll go up 3 scores, and that's going to make it real hard on the Blue Devils.
Absolutely, a team that so far we've seen has relied heavily on that running up the middle. Rough snap from Morton. He'll throw it over the middle, and just at the ankles of Heitman. So that'll bring up 4th down for the Wildcats. And 7 to go. Ball's on the 8-yard line. So, go for the score, but you can get a 1st down and get 4 more downs on this.
Yeah, on that route, they had Sam Harms at the tight end. Heitman was split out at the flanker. They just ran a little crossing route on that side, and Heitman was wide open. I'm sure Shea would like to have that one back. Same basic formation now. Heitman's split out on the bottom of the screen. Sam's at the tight end on that side.
Low snap for Morton. He'll be looking over the middle for Pites. He's got him, and they will mark it a touchdown. That is a touchdown for Hartington-Newcastle. That'll bring the score to 26 for the Wildcats. 20-point lead now for them. If they get that 2-point conversion, that'll bring your score to 28-6, which, with what we've seen so far with Wynot, who really, they want to get the run plays to work well for them. Not so much I've showed so much with the passing. That kind of makes it difficult with 10 minutes left to go in the game.
Right. Pites just ran a little crossing route there, and again, we talk about Harms being 6. Pites is 6'3", and he's about 200 pounds.
Morton will keep after the fake jet sweep up the middle, and the 2-point conversion will be good. That will bring your score. Hartington-Newcastle 28, Wynot Blue Devils 6. And with that, I think we'll take a quick commercial break and be right back with some more football.
Okay, welcome back. With 10 minutes, 37 seconds left in the ball game, the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats lead the Wynot Blue Devils 28-6. And we're at a part of the game now. Again, Mason, we've talked. Wynot's had a hard time really establish anything consistently offensively. They've had a couple first downs where they picked up here and there with running the ball. Passing the ball has been a struggle for them tonight so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Hartington-Newcastle getting their 3-score lead now with just over 10 minutes left to go in the game, unless we see something we haven't seen yet from Wynot this season, I mean, it's going to be an interesting fight for them as long as Hartington-Newcastle's defense continues to play the way they've been playing. Haberman back to return. They'll just squib this up the middle. It'll be picked up by Owen Sudbeck. He'll look to fight for a few more yards. And it looks like Wynot will be starting off their drive at their own 27 or 28-yard line.
You know, the other thing with those squib kicks is it's not getting the ball all the way back to Anthony Haberman, who's responsible for the lone Wynot touchdown with it had to be about a 78-yard kick return.
Absolutely.
So now you're probably going to see primarily Peyton Weisler at quarterback because he does throw the ball fairly decently.
Handoff up the middle to Sudbeck. He'll get past the line of scrimmage for a gain of maybe 1 or 2 on first down. Bring up about 2nd and 8 for the Wynot Blue Devils. Wynot will be coming out in an empty set. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wilson will throw a screen to Haberman out to the right. He'll reverse his field. He's looking to throw, but he will be brought down by multiple Wildcats. I think Shane Morton was in there. Jake Pites was in there. Dylan Deniger. Anthony Scoggin.
I think Jake Pites ultimately made the tackle, but Haberman was doing everything he could to break free, but just too many purple jerseys.
And it was Keegan Scoggin was the other individual that was in there. I think I said Anthony Scoggin. Don't know where I'm getting that one from.
Anthony Haberman, maybe.
Anthony. Yeah.
Now Wynot's got a 3rd and 22.
And this is hard no matter who you got in at quarterback. Weezo will take the challenge. He'll throw along for Haberman. He's got him down the sideline. They will mark it a catch. That'll be a 1st and 10 more yards.
That was, again, nice route by Haberman. He ran the slant. This time, instead of on the fly, went back to basically like a corner-type route. Nice ball by Weisler.
That was very well thrown
nice
ball
route
by Weisler.
And again, the Wynot line protect gave him time on that. I've been impressed with Wynot tonight. They've done a lot of nice things.
Absolutely, they've shown that they got the will to keep playing. They'll go long again for Haberman over the middle. He's got it. Tackle made by Shane Morton at about the 1 yard line.
One of the big things on these last 2 pass plays is the Wynot line has given Weisler a clean pocket. He's been able to sit, let the route develop because both those routes have been fairly deep. And Peyton's had a clean pocket both times.
Haberman showing his ability as well in route running and showing that he's an athlete too and has some speed.
Mm-hmm.
The lineup again. Haberman's out to the right this time. Weisler taken, just go up the middle on a quarterback draw.
And he's in.
That's a touchdown for the Blue Devils. That'll bring your score to 28-12. And I assume Wynot will go for 2 on this one.
I'm sure.
8 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the game.
Boy, just what Wynot needed was a quick score, and they're able to find Haberman on two nice pass plays. And then Weisler's a 185-pound quarterback, so when he takes it up the middle, it's about like a fullback taking it up in there.
Well, we've seen him line up at fullback and run the fullback dive in this game. Weisler will come out shotgun formation. Haberman out to the right at receiver. Sudbeck at running back. Weisler looking to throw a corner pass, and it will go out the back side of the end zone. And with that, your score with 8 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the game. Hartington-Newcastle 28. Wynot Blue Devils 12. We'll be back after a quick commercial break.
This is Glenn with Top Crop. Everything we do, we believe in revealing nature's beauty by bringing a seed's potential to life. We believe you can grow more. The way we help you achieve this is by being committed to product placement expertise with season-long service and a passion for what we do. From golden harvest corn and soybeans to CRP, small grains, and cover crops, we have the seeds. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter or stop by and check us out. With Top Crop, from handshake to harvest, you grow more.
Okay, welcome back. 8:31 left in the ball game. Wynot goes down, scores quickly, pulls them to within 2 scores at 28-12. Just exactly, Mason, what Wynot needed. A quick scoring drive. And again, I think Peyton Weisler showed a little bit there. When he does have time to throw, he delivered 2 really nice balls to Haberman. The first one on that fourth down play or third down play?
Third down.
But that was an over
really
the shoulder on the corner, kind of a little bit of a corner route.
Weisler onside kick. It'll bounce up and high. There's a struggle. I think the ball went out of bounds. So that will be a Hartington-Newcastle ball.
And the ball bounced up high, and Sam Harms had a shot at it. That'd be an advantage of being 6'7". Really a nice onside kick there by Wynot. They got exactly what they wanted there.
That's pretty much how you draw it up and what you hope for when you're going for that onside kick. Good kick by Weisler. He showed us that he's a guy that can handle other duties as well for this Wynot Blue Devil team. Hartington lining up in shotgun on first down, and that'll be a false start.
Kobe Heitman took off just a little quick there. I thought a couple times Kobe got a very quick jump. This time it was real quick because it was about a full count before the ball was snapped.
That'll bring up 1st and 15 for the Wildcats now.
And the clock is definitely on the side of the Wildcats right now with still 8:31 left.
They'll come out shotgun formation. I believe Sam Harms is the receiver split out to the right. Well, hand off jet sweep to Heitman to the right. He's looking for some room down the sideline. And the ball comes free. Heitman just trying to be physical, lower that shoulder, but
Kobe finishes his runs very physically, and he had a big collision with Tristan Hymas.
Tristan Hymas got his shoulder pad down into the football on that tackle, and he just forced the ball out.
So here we go again. Wynot gets the ball back with only 8 seconds going off the clock here.
I'm willing to bet we're going to see a little bit of what we saw in the last drive, just trying to get the ball deep to Haberman.
Yeah, the Wildcats definitely need a pass rush on these because several of those routes take a little bit of time to develop.
They'll fake it will be a handoff up the middle. Thought Weisler pulled out, but he did give the handoff to Sudbeck. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Bring up about 2nd and 12 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, it looked like Meisenheimer, Denniger, Pites all just met at the ball carrier.
Blue Devils come out shotgun formation. Haberman is split out right at receiver. Weasler looking to pass. He's got some time, but he'll throw with a couple hands in his face and be just a little bit out of the reach of his intended receiver, number 21, Anthony Haberman.
Very well covered there by Shea Morton and Sam Harms. Without a doubt, Haberman's been their primary target when they have thrown the ball. And again, you've got Shea at the corner now who's going to man up Haberman, but Sam's going to help with him.
And a speed option play, but not a very good pitch. I'm wondering if they call the ball dead. That pitch being out in front of the running back. So they'll bring up 4th down and 13 for the Wynot Blue Devils. Yeah, good adjustment there by Coach Ulrich and the Wildcat coaching staff. They got Sam Harms out there now, kind of like you're saying, do kind of a zone spying a little bit on Haberman. Weasler looking for Haberman. Oh, they tried to throw the wheel route, but intercepted by Carson Sudbeck. He'll be brought down at about the Wynot 9-yard line.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, I'll explain a little bit. I spoke a little too fast there. They had Haberman doing that route he's been doing so far in this game, that long post route, but they had Owen Sudbeck fall behind on kind of a wheel route, and they went to catch him on that pass. Well, with an injury on the field, I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back shortly. And welcome back after that short break for a little bit of an injury. Carson Sudbeck coming off the field under his own power, walking off. So that's what you always want to see when you kind of see those. Right. You don't want to see injuries, but when they do happen, seeing them walk off on their own is definitely always the best thing after. Solid play by Carson Sudbeck before the end of it there. Wynot had Haberman going on that long route that we've seen so far in the game, and they tried to, after he drove off the defense, wheel route behind him, but excellent read by Carson Sudbeck to get the interception there. 1st and goal for the Wildcats. They'll hand it off up the middle to Heitman. He'll be brought down at about the line of scrimmage.
You know, and you kind of alluded it to on that last defensive series, Mason, with Coach Ulrich and the staff. I do want to mention the assistant coaches for Hartington-Newcastle, Bo Benson, Levi Hilker, Cody Stoppert, and Rob Morton. So many times we focus a lot on Coach Ulrich, but that entire staff does a nice job with the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
This is a series, though, Mason, that with just over 6 minutes left, the Wildcats put this in the end zone, and that should pretty much salt this away. Wildcats right now up 2 scores.
Handoff up the middle for Heitman. He's looking for some room up the middle. They'll blow the whistle as forward progress is stopped. He'll get a gain of maybe 1 on that play.
No gain on the play. Third down and goal at the 4-yard line.
Third down and goal for the Wildcats at the 4-yard line. And like you said, other than the one drive, the most recent drive for Wynot, where we saw them score relatively quickly on the long pass plays to Haberman, if Wildcats manage to get it in the end zone on this one, it'd be a almost impossible kind of comeback for the Wynot Blue Devils. Morton looking to pass on third down. He'll throw over the middle of Pites, and they'll find him. And I believe that's the third time today he finds Jake Pites over the middle in the end zone for a touchdown.
And again, that's a little bit of experience on Shea's part, and it wasn't his primary target. He kept his composure, found Pites wide open, and you're right, that's 3 touchdown passes from Shea Morton to Jake Pites tonight. Big night for the sophomore receiver.
With this being the last home game of the year for the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats, makes you that much more excited to see what he'll be doing next year as a junior.
Yeah, and like I said, I think you'll see him be a much more focal point of things.
And the 2-point conversion is no good. Intended target was number 20, Sam Harms. With that, your score is Hartington-Newcastle 34, Wynot Blue Devils 12. We've got 5 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the game. We're going to take a quick commercial break and be back shortly.
If you're thinking of buying or selling, Jane Seiler, Realtor with Don Peterson and Associates, welcomes you to come visit with her. Jane is here to help with the whole process to get you into that dream property. You'll find Jane in the Don Peterson and Associates office, downtown Hartington.
Your Wi-Fi router is the quarterback of your home's internet connection. It should easily pass your internet signal to all the wireless devices in your home. However, with age, sometimes routers can start to fumble a little and have trouble completing passes to the different services in your home field. Let Hartelco step in with an official review to see if your wireless router is doing its job. If you believe your router is slacking, bring in your old router to Hartelco and you can get $10 off a new one.
Okay, we're back now. 5:22 left in the ball game. The Wildcats have stretched the lead out now to 22 points at 34-12. Again, I want to talk about next week's game is at 3 o'clock in Wausau. School's dismissed at 1:30. The Wildcats should take a 4-2 record into that ball game.
And that will be against a Wausau team, I believe, that's been having a bit of a rough year. We had 1 win going into this week. Owen Sudbeck on the return for the Wynot Blue Devils. He'll get it out to about their 35-yard line.
First and 10 line out at the 35-yard line.
Wynot comes out. Anthony Haberman taking over at quarterback for this play. Receivers to the right and to the left. Haberman looking to run up the middle. He's got some room. He's got some daylight. He's loose to the left down the sideline. 10-5. Touchdown, Wynot. Wynot showing that they're not going to quit anytime soon.
No, and you had to know that about them too, that they're not going to go away. Again, when Haberman goes back at quarterback, you've got to think run first, because you talked about the statistics early. He's a really, really good runner. Passing hasn't really gone his way so far this year. But that time, just out of the Wildcat, he went relatively untouched.
Well, yeah, I mean, the offensive line gave him the initial, and then he showcased his vision after that one. Went into the middle and bounced back out to the left, found his lane down the sideline. They'll be lining up for 2. That'll be Weisler in at quarterback for them. He's looking to pass for the 2-point conversion over the middle of Haberman, and he will come back for the ball. 2-point conversion good for Wynot. That'll bring your score, Hartington-Newcastle 34, Wynot Blue Devils 20, with still over 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
It's funny how you kind of thought Hartington was just really, really in good shape, and now they're going to have to field an onside kick here, and the last one almost went back to Wynot.
And Weasler showed that there's been some practice of that onside kick. Those things you talk about, Hartington scores, they go up 3 touchdowns. You think, okay, well, what we've seen so far is why not? They're going to kind of nickel and dime you down the field and all that. Well, the last 2 times they've scored big plays by Haberman, they've shown that ability to score quick.
Yeah, he's an impressive player. And like you said, the line for Wynot gave him a nice hole there, and he was off to the races. And he and Kobe Heitman been kind of a fun matchup tonight. But again, you got to know Hartington-Newcastle has their hands team up there because this is going to be an onside kick because there's no way they want to give it back to the Wildcat offense. It's kind of, you talk about the Wildcat offense, we talk about how good a job Wynot was defending it. Wildcats have 34 points on the board yet.
That's Carson Sudbeck recovering the onside kick. Wildcats will start 1st and 10 at midfield. 5 minutes, 6 seconds left to go in the game.
Nice play by Carson.
Absolutely. It's good to see him back out there after getting just a bit of a tough hit after that interception by him.
And he came off the field last week. He kind of dinged up his back and hip a little bit.
Shea Morton starting the drive in shotgun formation.
So you're going to see a lot of Kobe Heitman and Shea Morton now.
Heitman up the middle. They're going to why not going to strip?
Yeah.
They know he's had some issues so far in this game holding on to the ball, so they're trying to. You can see they're trying to stand him up and go for the ball.
Yeah, and I think Kobe knows that too, and he's going to protect. Like I said, I think you're going to see a steady dose of Kobe and then Shea also. This is where you want to see Mr. Deniger, Mr. Scoggin, and Mr. Meisenheimer kind of take over things in the trenches. But Wynot's big up front. That's no easy task. Mitchell Lisey's at the nose is a big fellow. We've talked about Garrett Lang and Hunter Hymas tonight. They're good up front.
Morton taking it up the middle. He'll bounce out to the right down the sideline looking for some room.
And again, an experienced quarterback. We said they're going to keep it in Heitman and Morton's hands. Shea's right on the sideline there, and as he's going down, he's going to make sure he stays in bounds to try to keep the clock going.
Absolutely.
That's a kid that's just watched a lot of football.
Oh yeah, he's been around football for years. I remember almost a decade ago when I was in school, and he was right there. He was on the sidelines.
Yeah, the Morton boys have always reminded me a little bit of the Miller boys.
Taller.
Well, but each family had 3 boys that watched and played a lot of football.
Had good coaches. We hand off to Heitman up the middle. The whistle at dead.
Now you're going to see Wynot spend one of their 3 timeouts now. So again, 3:30 left in the ball game. We've got a 34-20 Wildcat lead. Wildcats are in control. They just cannot turn the ball over right now, give up anything quick, and they should move to 4-2. The Wildcats again finish next week, or not finish. They play at Wausau next week at 3. Schools dismissed at 1:30. Then the following week they play at Bloomfield at 7 o'clock on Thursday the 24th, the day after parent-teacher conferences. And that'll actually finish the regular season, which just blows me away that we're at that part of the season already.
Moves fast.
Girls State Golf next week, cross-country districts next week. It's just moving quickly.
Yeah, it seems like just yesterday the weather was 90 degrees and humidity through the roof, and here we are tonight. It's barely above freezing, and the wind is still there.
Yeah, Josh Morton at halftime came up keeping stats, and he said his hands were a little cold.
Morton in shotgun formation. One receiver out to the right. Morton looking to throw a screen pass out to the right. Ball comes loose, but it'll be out of bounds.
Yeah, they threw just a quick little pass out to Zach Burcham on the sideline, and Zach lost the ball. He's fortunate that he and the ball were out of bounds, but that ball didn't go out of bounds by much.
Yeah, that was right on the line. Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats.
And again, the clock stopped there. You'd like to keep that in bounds.
Mm-hmm. Wynot does have 2 timeouts left. Morton looking to throw. He'll throw it over the middle to Pites. He'll find him. Now, will they say he was brought out of bounds? I believe he was down inbounds.
It's going to bring up a 4th and very short.
And Wynot will use one of their final 2 timeouts. So it'll give them 1 left for the remainder of the game. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go.
So we're going to have a 4th and 1 at about the 16-yard line, 3:15 left. Wildcats pick this up. The Blue Devils will have 1 timeout left, and it's pretty much in the books then.
I imagine you're in that Wynot huddle right now. This is it right here. This is, you want to stay in this game, then you need to make a stop here and right now. And then on the Hartington-Newcastle side, you want this game to be over, then we need this first down. So
you talk about it being a game of inches. Here it is.
Well, and if you look at Wynot, defensive end, their defensive tackle, and another one of their defensive linemen, all seniors. Yeah. That big front for Wynot is seniors.
Yeah, and like I said, I've been really impressed with the 2 defensive ends for Wynot, Hunter Hymas and Garrett Lange. Now I think you're going to see a timeout Hartington-Newcastle as they saw the defense that Wynot was in for that play. And a little chess match going on right now.
And it's always interesting to see, what will Hartington-Newcastle be lined up differently this time? Were they trying to draw out what, this is what Wynot's going to do against us? They looked like they were pretty close to the line, that they were ready for a short kind of power run play. It'll be interesting to see.
Like I said, I've been impressed all night with Wynot's defensive efforts. They've done a lot of good things, but like I said, look up and the Wildcats have 34 points on the board. I think that's a testament to the Wildcat offense. They have nice skill players. They've got a nice line in front of them, and the concepts they run, drawn up by the coaching staff, is just really utilizes all the talents of the kids.
Absolutely. After a real stout defensive performance by both teams in that first quarter, it's been fun to see how this game developed. Morton, empty set.
And now you're going to see Hartington-Newcastle with a false start there, which has just made this 4th and 1 a little more interesting, because now it's going to be 4th and 6.
4th and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Which again, you don't like to beat a dead horse, but with those 2 receivers Hartington-Newcastle has, the size they have, still very much, we'll have a shot picking this up.
Morton looking to throw. He's got Pites over the middle. He'll have the catch, but it looks like he will be short.
I think he's going to have it. He's going to have it. He's able to just fall forward enough to pick that up.
Absolutely.
Hartelco Sports want to remind the viewers that next week, the Cedar Catholic Trojans will be live on Hartelco against the Battle Creek Braves. It should be a really good football game. Cedar had got off to a rough start, but they've really kind of found their footing here lately, and Battle Creek's got a nice team. So next week on Hartelco Live, the Cedar Catholic Trojan and Battle Creek Braves will be in action.
Hartington coming out now, 1st and 10. There's a flag. Line judge signaling false start.
False start against the Wildcats. It's 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
And they don't want to see that. I'm sure that's going to be one of the focal points of practice this next week. If Coach Ulrich's and the coaches are going to have one issue, it's going to be try to clean up some of these penalties. I'm not sure exactly how many times the Wildcats have been flagged for the yardage, but it's been more than what they want.
It's been kind of uncharacteristic. We haven't really seen that a whole lot this season so far. The penalties, I mean, maybe a couple in a game, but tonight it's handoff to Heitman up the middle. He's looking for some room, breaks a couple tackles. He'll be brought down at about the Wynot 10-yard line.
And there you're going to see now Wynot burn their final timeout with 2:35 left. And the Wildcats can pick up a first down at
about the 4-yard line.
4-yard line. It's been a very, very game effort by the Blue Devils tonight, though. They've played hard, made the Wildcats earn everything they had.
Absolutely, and I mean, I would expect nothing less from a rivalry game. I don't.
No, you're right.
You could have one team be a perfect win-loss record and the other team being on the polar opposite, and you still expect those rivalry games to be a fight the whole way through.
You really do, and I've been impressed with a lot of things Wynot's done tonight.
You can see they do have you can see the talent on the team. You feel like if they had maybe one or two more pieces, somebody to kind of be able to take some of the attention off of Haberman a little bit more. And Owen Sudbeck has done a great job, the 155-pound junior at running back.
2nd and 7.
But again, I think you're going to see the ball in Heitman's hands and maybe Morton's hands.
Hand off to Heitman. He'll bounce it out to the left. He's got some daylight, and he will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hartington-Newcastle. And I think with that, 2 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in the game, I think that's pretty much the end of it right there.
Yeah, well, Wynot's got no timeouts left. Again, a very game effort.
Absolutely. Hartington-Newcastle lined up going for 2. Morton in shotgun formation. He'll look to throw it up to Harms, but it'll be just a bit high and incomplete. So that 2-point conversion not being good. Your score, Hartington-Newcastle 40. Wynot Blue Devils 20. And with that, we'll be right back after a quick commercial break. And welcome back. If you're just tuning in now, Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats lead the Wynot Blue Devils 40-20 with 2 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in the game.
Now, we mentioned, Mason, this is the last regular season home game for the Wildcats. We're certainly hoping, and I think they've got a good shot at hosting a first-round playoff game. So hopefully this isn't the last home game for the seniors, but again, it's just hard to believe we're at this stage. Two regular season games left, and
absolutely, it's like you blink and
football
you're into the.
It always amazes me because you start out like in t-shirts and shorts to go to the first game, and at the end you're getting bundled up about as much as you can.
Tegan Scoggin doing the kicking for the Wildcats. And he'll keep it low on the ground, as we saw earlier in the game. Haberman broke loose. This is Sudbeck on the return. looking for some space, but he'll be brought down at about the 35 or 36 yard line for the Wynot Blue Devils. They'll start off 1st and 10 there.
And the Blue Devils are out of timeouts. 2:24 left of the ball game. Again, as Haberman splits out now, you're going to see Heitman go with him. And now you've got a play stoppage with another timeout, this time by the Wildcats.
And I think that's in preparation. We saw Haberman last time he lined up at quarterback with receivers split out on either side. He took that quarterback kind of draw play up the middle and created a long scoring touchdown. I think with timeouts to burn, you just take it, maybe tell the guys a couple more things. Hey, remember what they did last time.
Right, you want to be solid, make sure you're lined up right. If you're Deniger, Meisenheimer, Pites, and Scoggin up front, now you tee off.
1st and 10 for the Blue Devils at the 35-yard line.
And after the timeout, we'll see Haberman lined up at quarterback, Hymas down here on the lower part of the screen at receiver. Haberman looking for room, but this time he's met in the backfield. That's number 15, Jake Pites, making the initial contact. Carson Sudbeck as well in there, and number 6, Tegan Scoggin. And I think that was what the timeout was for right there.
Just to make sure.
Now we got Weasler lined up at quarterback. He's a quarterback that Wynot uses more for the passing game. And he'll drop back looking. He'll throw it up high for... He tried to hit Haberman, but great coverage there by number 20, Sam Harms.
Broken up by number 20, Sam Harms. 3rd down and 14 at the 31-yard line.
Yep, just stuck with Harms stuck with Haberman on that play. As soon as he saw Haberman looking up and kind of slowing down, he got himself turned around, made a good play there. And they will have Harms lined up man coverage over Haberman now. Shotgun formation for the Blue Devils. Weasler drop back, look, hitch and go route. He'll throw it over the middle to Hymas though. Just through the hands of Shane Morton there. Pass was thrown a little high by Weasler. That'll bring up 4th and about 14 for the Blue Devils. You can tell on that play, Haberman wanted it. He had the hitch and go route there.
I don't know if I've ever seen a receiver not think they're open, though.
Here we go. 4th down, 14 for the Blue Devils. Weasler lined up at shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He'll drop back. He's looking long, but he will be hit in the backfield. Ball's loose.
Again.
And it is recovered by number 22, Dylan Deniger.
Jake Pites came off the end there and was able to get Weasler as he's getting ready to throw it. Pites has played a tremendous ball game tonight. Looks like he dinged up an arm a little bit there. I'm sure he'll be all right, but he's holding his left arm coming off.
Yeah.
I think that's the arm that he was able to catch Weasler's arm as he went to throw it.
Jake Pites just showing that he came here to play on defense as well as offense today. Handoff to Heitman up the middle. He'll fight for a solid 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and about 8 for the Wildcats.
And again, they should probably only have to snap it a couple more times and this game will be over. And again, this is the last home regular season game for 5 seniors. Shea Morton, Zach Burcham, number 9, Sam Harms, number 20, Dylan Deniger, number 22, and Matthew Meisenheimer, 48. This is their last regular season home game. And I know we talked a little bit. We've got a couple thoughts about players of the game. One of our sets of players of the game is going to be those 5 seniors again. Shea Morton, Zach Burcham, Sam Harms, Dylan Deniger, and Matthew Meisenheimer.
Heitman looking for some room there on 2nd down.
And then we also had another thought, Mason, I'll let you talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love the tradition thing, and it absolutely makes sense. The senior classes, they're they have just as much to do with the building up of your young players as the coaches do, and so to them being the players of the game. But I think you can't let it go unnoticed the factor that Jake Pites has been in this game.
He's going to be.
He's stepped up when. I mean, you can tell Wynot was, making sure that they had Harms covered and Heitman covered and Jake Pites with those 3 scoring touchdowns, as well as the multiple defensive plays that he has made. I think you got to include him as well on it. The passing complete to Harms.
Yeah, Jake has had a big night. So again, our players of the game are sophomore Jake Pites and the 5 seniors, Morton, Burcham, Deniger, Harms, and Meisenheimer. Like I said, hopefully we see him back on this field before the
absolutely,
season ends.
Absolutely. Well, Wynot, or not Wynot, they have Wausau next week, and I believe who is the week after that?
Bloomfield.
Bloomfield.
We wish Wynot the best of luck as they finish their season also. So that'll bring our game to an end. The final score from Russ Hochstein Field at the Hartington Community Complex is the Hartington-Newcastle Wildcats 40, the Wynot Blue Devils 20.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Anything else? Any final thoughts, Mason?
Yeah, I would just like to sit there and say thank you to all the sponsors who, make this possible. Our featured sponsor tonight, Top Crop. It's greatly appreciated, the things that they're all doing, making sure that both of our town's teams can be broadcasted so those people at home can, sit there and watch the game. And
very, very much so.
And just,
and again,
I'd like
Mason,
to.
You've done a nice job here. Enjoyed doing these ball games with you. And then, of course, the brains of the operation.
Yep.
Corey Pearson up here in the booth. Again, we thank all the sponsors. Thank you, Mason. Thank Corey and all the sponsors.
Yep, absolutely.